Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Good morning. Happy Saturday. Look at B-Sector Historian in the chat talking about, oh my God, more lemon content, and they run it. Child, you better run on then from every platform.
Why? What does your title say?
It says about last night on the Lemon channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they talking about more lemon content. Shit, that's what everybody be doing content on. Lemon, Catherine, what else is there going on? Have you seen any other content, Corio?
No.
I ain't either. So
I was Pizza went live because Lemons told her, because he had audio and it was somebody else up there and it was boring and dry. And I can't remember who the other person was, but Pizza was in his chat and she's like, this is boring. And it was. And
who had audio on the panel?
Lemon. This was in Lemon's panel. It was him, audio, and someone else. And it was boring. It was as the fuck.
And that was part of last night?
Yeah. And so
I missed a lot of that.
Yeah. And so Pizza was in the chat and she's like, this is boring. And so Lemon was like, well, you talking about boring. Every time you go live, it's you, TMO, and Lady Nika. And so Pizza was like, okay, bet. So she went live and she sucked up over 300 and something people. And it was good, except it got pathetic because Uppity was drunk and slurring and spitting through her teeth. And
not spitting through her teeth.
Yeah, because when she's drunk, she slurs. And she doesn't have teeth. So ugh. And just the sound. But her and Dragons, first her and Brooke went at it as usual. Brooke was dragging the hell out of her. And then Brooke, they start going at kids. And so Pizza was like, no. And so
they started talking about kids?
Yeah.
Brooke?
Well, because Uppity started first. Called herself.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say Brooke don't usually start off on nobody kids.
No,
okay.
She didn't. And so she called, I think she called her, whatever she said, she started it and Brooke ended it. But Pizza was like upset because, she doesn't like that. So she dropped him down, let him cool off, and she brought him back up. And, but in the meantime and in between time, this was strictly between Brooke and Uppity, but Dragons had to jump in it. You know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't getting when nobody saying nothing to her, because before that she was up there, nobody gonna say hi to me. When she hit the panel. So you didn't say hi. You didn't. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? You just go up, you do what you do. If people speak, you speak to people. But if they Ness was in the airport. And she just kept going on and on. Ness, you mad at me? Ness finally had to go. Dragons, I'm in the airport. You know what I'm saying? I was doing some, I don't know if she's going through TSA at the moment, but
Yeah, and that's supposed to be traveling to see her family right now.
yeah, and it was just like easy. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? But anyway, she inserted herself into it. So by the time Brooke was like, I'm over this bullshit, uh Uppity and Dragons were going at it, and they went at it for over an hour. So
Oh gosh.
yeah, and so after all that time, because I kept thinking, you know, that somebody else was going to start talking or doing something, because literally Pizza was almost losing her voice yelling at them to quiet down so Lady Nika could talk. But you had two over talkers. You see what I'm
They
saying?
both is some over talkers like a
Yes,
motherfucker too. Both of
yes,
them.
yes. And
When
Uppity,
that dragons be on the panel, they be like, shut up, quit over
yeah,
talking. I be
yeah,
cracking up.
yeah. So you had two over talkers that were drinking. And it was just so I was just like, well, I've been over here for over an hour, um actually probably an hour and a half. So I just was like, let me go back over and see what Lemon's doing. So I went back over and I kind of dozed off, and when I woke up, Uppity had hit the panel. You know what I'm saying? By herself, she hit the panel, and then I saw, and she was talking to Lemon, and then I saw people in the chat, because Dragons has me blocked, and I don't give a fuck. And people saying hi to Dragons. Now remember, Uppity on the panel, minding her own business, you know, and Dragons hits the panel. You see what I'm saying? And she starts
Mm-hmm.
the whole same shit that they were doing over on Pizza's channel. You see what I'm saying? Started
Mm-hmm.
to hit the panel, followed her up there, and plus too, she's trying to get her old spot back with Lemon. You know what I'm saying? He's dealing with her again. So of course she feels like she needs to be up on this panel with the camera on every time he goes live, because she wants her spot back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she started the whole same bullshit that they had did well over an hour on Pizza. And so finally, Uppity won out, because Lemon was like, hold on, Dragons, hold on, and let Uppity speak, and then you can speak. But Uppity didn't let it go, and it was a very interesting back and forth. People were engaged in what they were talking about. I enjoyed it. It was almost like Uppity was interviewing him, and it was
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and it was good. And she just sat there, and so what we start doing is kicking her in the chat, Dragons, because she's a chat reader.
Oh, they
And
started kicking her back in the chat.
oh my God,
Oh
and
God.
I was one of them too. You know, I was one of them. And I mean, just, but we were all telling her the truth. Like, she was like, I'm here, and people come up here and they do this bad stuff to Lemon. And we were like, and you talking to Uppity, and you come up
But
here.
didn't she like flag his channel and what up, Linda?
That's what I was going to say.
They got his channel taken.
Yeah,
At least that's what she claims. Her
well,
claim to fame.
she did it. She did it. She did it with the help of Shaquem. She did it. He helped her, and off of some stuff she thought might have been Lemon. Okay, she had no proof. She just felt like because her and Lemon was going back and forth, Lemon and his people did it. But if his people did it, that's not Lemon. You see what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So anyway, she was going in on Lovely, talking about how she's, this, that, and the other. And we were like, but not Lovely, Uppity. And we were like, but Uppity didn't strike his channel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I kept writing that. I was spamming that in the chat. But Uppity didn't strike his channel. And she was reading all that. People were telling her the truth. It wasn't like people were lying.
Yeah,
People,
they weren't like putting 20 on 10. Like Linda said in
no,
the trap, bad things to Lemon when she's one of the culprits. That's right, Linda.
exactly. So, she couldn't even argue. She couldn't, all she could do was read and accept that. And I also put in there, you want your spot back, but we still not going to forget what you did. So you can't, but I didn't put all this, but you can't go up there and act brand new. Like everybody's supposed, because she likes to say, the past is the past, let it go. No, we don't have to. Especially when it's fun kicking your teeth in about it. You see what I'm saying? It's fun because you want everybody to forget about it. But that was some cold-blooded shit because your strike in particular took his monetization away.
And the channel, yeah, everything.
You see what I'm saying? Other people struck him. Okay, he was down for 7 days, but yours in particular, and she said she did it over 40 something times. You understand what I'm saying? She bragged about it. Over 40 something times she hit it. You know what I'm saying? To get that strike to go.
I forgot all about that she had said she done it like over and over and over again. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, she said, and she laughed about it on pizzas. I did it over 40 something times. I think, let's just say 44. I did it 44 times. You know how she laughs. She was like, and what y'all gonna do about it? But now we all supposed to let it be in the past. It's like, you and Lemon are good, and I ain't got nothing to do with that. But it's fun dragging you about it because you want everybody to forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, because if Lemon forgives her and wants her up on the panel, that's fine by me. But I'm going to drag you because it's fun. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so her and Uppity, she was sitting there silent and reading the chat. And Uppity and Lemon were having a great back and forth conversation. And it just excluded her because I think she thought we were going to be okay with them coming over to Lemons, continuing all that dragging. And Uppity, and Uppity was sick of it. And
well, I mean, Uppity Uppity is a great conversationalist when she's not over talking people and maybe too tipsy.
Yeah.
Because Uppity done been on our platform before over here. And she's a great conversationalist and she knows a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say she knows all the history of like the B sector, but she do, watch a lot of the content and stuff like that. So I think she is a great conversationalist. I don't know why she doesn't do more on her own channel. But yeah, when she's not like doing all the over talking and all that shit, because I don't mind having a conversation with somebody, but when I'm trying to be heard, I like to be heard. I don't like nobody to continually be cutting me off, and that's like a habit with her and Dragons.
Yes, and I think because Uppity was sloppy drunk earlier, but I think by the time she got to Lemons, she
probably sobered up a little bit,
and she was sobering up. Yes. And so it was a great conversation. She was asking him, like, who are your top 3 favorite CCs? Who are your bottom 3 least favorite CCs? You know what I'm saying? If you could make up and with some CCs because you thought, it ended bad. What 2 would you pick? And it was interesting because he was answering. And he was being truthful. So it was very interesting.
Which CCs did they mention, if any?
What?
Or do you recall which CCs they mentioned that they would make up with?
I can't remember.
That's okay. I can't mention any that I would make up with.
I'm still fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I can't remember.
And see, I never really fell out with somebody. Like, honestly, I've never really like fell out where we like just going back and forth. Usually when somebody don't have it for me, they do their little 1-2 and that's like the end. I do my little one too, but you know, because I ain't into all that dragging and making you a daily topic on my channel.
Mm-hmm,
When
mm-hmm,
somebody do me wrong here, I felt that I was done wrong. I ain't trying to make up. I don't do that bullshit.
mm-hmm,
They
mm-hmm,
can continue all that shit. Friends today,
mm-hmm,
enemies tomorrow, friends the next day. I
mm-hmm,
don't play those internet games.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and she asked him a whole bunch of other questions. I can't remember, but it was all about listing CCs, and he was being honest, so it was very interesting. Um,
Well, I hear you, Linda. Linda said me neither. I'm just like, I'm not for the fake and phony bullshit.
right. Hey,
And I
Linda.
know I keep saying a lot of the times the people on here, they do makeup to break up or break up to make up
Mm-hmm,
because of content. You know, it has to do with the
mm-hmm,
content. It has to do with the AdSense check. You know what
mm-hmm,
I'm saying? It's
mm-hmm,
better to make up and break up and make up again and break up again, you know, for content's sake, because we have to admit it's not a lot of content on
mm-hmm,
here. And that's why I be going like 3, 4, 5, 6 months without
mm-hmm,
doing any content on the B sector, because it's like either the same old repetitive shit
mm-hmm,
or rinse, wash, and repeat, like Deanna say, corny ass bullshit, fake plays, you know.
mm-hmm.
So it's really not a lot to discuss, and I that's why I think a lot of people make up all the time.
Yeah, and plus, Lemon has a lot of people up on his panel. You know, people run through, so he has a ton of people that hit his panel.
Right.
So he,
Hmm.
you know, it was easy for him to think about it and have, you know, choices. Does that make sense? Because he
Yeah, a
had,
lot of the content plays out on his channel. I think a lot of
yeah,
people who fall out with him feel like they have to make up with him to become part of the content, to discuss some of the topics, to be some
mm-hmm,
of the storylines, to be, you know what I mean? Because a lot of
mm-hmm,
shit does play out on his platform, and that's
mm-hmm,
what a lot of people discuss. And I know
mm-hmm.
somebody was in here earlier talking about, oh my God, more limit content. You might as well leave the big sector and start watching Netflix, Hulu, or, you know, BET
Mm-hmm.
if you're tired
Mm-hmm.
of the limit topics, because hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did. When I
Mm-hmm.
be gone 3, 4, 5, 6 months, I might drop down here and there, you know, in people
Mm-hmm.
chats, but I'm not really watching a whole lot because
Mm-hmm.
it ain't really shit that's pulling my interest in. And
Right.
that's no shade, no tea to any of the content creators. It just
Right.
is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I've told you that I may not watch, but I'm going to turn on Lemon so he can get that click of the view. You know what I'm saying? And I'll end up going to sleep and don't know what
Girl, trust me, he get about
happened.
3, 4, 500 clicks and views every time he go live. So
Yeah.
whether you there or not, he gonna
Well,
get it.
I'm just saying I support. That's all I'm saying. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's just one. It doesn't mean anything in the big, scheme of thing. But I just want to do it for, I just want to do it. And
yeah.
plus, I can't fall asleep with no noise. I need something in the background. A podcast, the TV,
Yeah, I
mu-
always have my TV playing in the
yeah,
background. Hmm.
music,
Yeah, or
YouTube.
music. Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I just can't fall asleep when it's silent. But
Yeah, some
any,
content creators I can play in the background. Like I used to
mm,
play, for real. I used to play Jay Wilson in my
mm.
background, and I would put it on low. It's like certain people that I can play. Now the
Right.
people who be having the channels where everybody always arguing and fighting and yelling and screaming, I can't
Yeah,
play them in my background when I'm trying to
yeah,
sleep. But the
yeah.
ones who, like Jay Wilson, I ain't no
Right.
friends on YouTube. That nigga
Yeah.
can put your ass to sleep. And no shade, no
Oh
tea.
my goodness.
I ain't no
You
shade,
know
no
that's
tea.
that is shade. Shut up.
No, I'm saying it's his voice is so monotone that
Mm,
I'm telling you, I used to go to sleep on him a lot. Like
mhm,
he would put
mhm,
me to sleep.
mhm. Well, the thing is, I keep women on low when I'm trying to go to sleep, but I drink about 80 to 100. Let's see, 120 ounces of water a day.
Mm-hmm.
I never drink less than 80.
Ooh,
So
wee, that's a whole lot. I barely
yeah,
can get my 64.
yeah.
Shit.
So all day long it's cool. I do what I do. I leave, I come back. But as soon as I lay down to go to sleep, I gotta pee nonstop. So I wake, I get up to use
And
the
that's why I hate
bathroom.
drinking water. I mean, I
Yeah,
know we have to drink water for our health, but
yeah,
I hate it because if I'm drinking all day at work, I'm running back and forth to the bathroom at work, when I get off, when I get home at night. That's the only thing I just hate that about water. You gotta get up 2, 3
yes,
times. And don't let us be older. I'm gonna just say older.
right,
That bladder.
right, right. And I think it's hormonal too. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I think that when you get older and you're women, you just can't hold it like you used to.
Sure can't. And I be
And
in the bed rocking and rocking, and that'd be so funny. I be rocking and trying to switch positions. I don't want to get up. I'm
I,
comfortable. I don't want to get up. And
I
then
know
eventually, of course, I have to get up and run to the bathroom.
exactly. So and I'm telling you, girl, I try to drink all my water by 6 p.m. because after 6 p.m. I might want to have a drink. I want some juice. You know what I'm saying? I just try to have it. You would think that
Hmm.
all that time, I would be going to the bathroom. I may go to the bathroom 3 times during the whole day while I'm drinking water. But at night, after I get up 5 times. It's irritating. But anyway, that's
Girl,
when
I gotta drink my water. I drink most of my water at work because with the job I have, I promise you, by the time I get home, I done already had 10,000 steps.
okay.
I got one of those smart watches
Yeah.
that do my steps.
Mhm.
And by the time I get home, I already got 10,000 steps. So I drink a lot of my water at work.
That is wonderful.
I be tired, girl. I be tired. I be so tired. I be sweating and shit because I do a lot of walking and running around work. And, the job that I do, I'm on the first floor, the 18th floor, the 5th floor. I'm just all over that motherfucking building all
Right.
day long. So I have
Right.
to continually drink water throughout the day to stay hydrated. And
Right.
then with it being so hot, like
Mhm.
feeling like 100 degrees every day, like you
Mhm.
gotta be hydrated these days in the summer,
Right.
especially.
Right. I get it.
But you see what Linda said? Maybe take magnesium before going to bed.
Oh, for real, Linda? What does that do? Girl,
Yeah,
but
let us know, child. What does that do? Because all I do is take my one a day for women's.
that's all I do too. I take my one a
Hmm.
day every day. Linda, put me up on game. Make it so I can have a decent night's sleep, please.
I
Please.
think I heard somebody else say something about magnesium before bed.
Wait for her answer because I'm
Yeah, we're gonna wait
interested.
for her answer because I don't know what it does, but I think I could have sworn I heard somebody else say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But last night, speaking of waking up to go pee, last night I woke up. I don't remember what time it was, about 3:30, something like that. And of course, my laptop is sitting right next to my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of those, of course I have nightstands like most people, right? But my nightstand's got like my lamps and all that shit on it.
Right.
But I also have a lot of those table stands you can get from Walmart that you like if you're having a get together, you can like fold it out and put it in front of people so they can put their plate on it.
Food
Those
truck.
little brown wooden tray stands.
Yeah.
Right. So I have my laptop on that next to my bed. And when I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night, I either turn my phone on or I turn my laptop on. And just to see what's going on sometimes, if anybody's live, if I missed anything. And I happened to see Lemon was live. And I was like, this nigga been live for the grip. His whole video was like 7 hours or
Right.
some
But
shit like that.
that's kind of normal.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of normal.
yeah.
And it is much more than I could do on a regular basis, but that's Lemon. But I happened to be watching and I went to the bathroom and I came back and I heard your voice. I
Yeah.
said, I know my sis. I know it. I'm looking at the clock.
Well,
like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, hold up, what you doing on that panel, girl?
Let's get into it real quick. Okay. But did Linda answer? Look.
Yeah, she answered right there. Let me highlight it.
Okay.
Can you see it or you want me to read it?
Go ahead and read it.
Okay, it says it acts as a natural muscle relaxant. It also helps you sleep, helps to calm overactive bladder. It's good for the bones. Ooh, I need some of that.
Let me screenshot that real quick.
Yes.
I think
Sure, I'm gonna screenshot it too.
Shit.
Thank you, Linda.
Yes.
She said she got the spray.
Wait,
And
what?
she used it if she has restless legs or want help getting to sleep quicker. Oh
Oh
wow.
my goodness. Okay, got it. Thank
That's
you,
what's up.
Linda. Let me see. Girl, I don't know how to use this tablet. There we go. Okay. So anyway, let's get into it.
Okay.
So there's this white man, skinny, scrawny, dirty looking. I mean, literal, and I'm not being funny. He looks dirty. He skinny, scrawny, and he just hits Lemon's panel and just sits with the camera on, smoking a blunt, staring down, because he sits in a chair. So he's staring down into the, chat from up, he nothing, says nothing, adds nothing, just sits, right? And so, and I noticed, periodically when I really am up and I'm paying attention, he does this, okay? Or wake up to use the restroom, look at my tablet. He's up there. And I've sat and watched to see what does he want. Girl, he's a rapper. Uh he's him and his girlfriend are vampires and he worships the devil.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Slow up. Hold up. First of all, Linda responded. She said she takes the combo of calcium and zinc as a pill. And where does Lemon find these weird people from? Where else is he hanging out? Laugh out loud. That's Linda. Hold up. You said he's a vampire?
Yeah, him and his girlfriend are vampires, and he worships the devil. And this came out of his mouth. And when he was asked questions, he was like, "Yes, the full, actual." He said, I cast spells. I use tarot cards. I use spells with candles. I the pentagram. He said full blown. I'm a what do you call Satanist. He said that. He meant that. And it wasn't the first time he said it because I think it was Audio Pulp when the white guy, I think his name is PA because he's from Pennsylvania. So that's his rap name. He's got his quote unquote rap name under his picture. So Audio Pulp was like, "Hey, I went over, you said you were a rapper and stuff, so I thought, let me go over here and check him out. He was like, and it was all about devil worship and the love for the devil and how he's gonna, just you do you really worship the devil? And he was like, yes, I do. He was like, but listen to this. In the last 2 weeks, I've been changing my ways and I'm starting to go ahead and worship God. I'm like, well, the devil is a liar. You probably have seen the chat and see that they be kicking you in for being a devil worshiper. Now that it's finally came out that you and your girlfriend, practice vampirism, and all your shit has came out. So now you want to, in the last 2 weeks, and you've been a devil worshiper and a vampire for years, but in the last 2 weeks, out of the blue, you start worshiping God. It's a lie. I felt it was a lie. But anyway, so Audio Pulp was asking them questions, and we're in the chat. The new people that this is new information for, like me. I just thought he was weird to just go up on Lemon's panel and just start, just sit there, not saying a word, unless Lemon every blue moon would ask him a question, every blue moon. But I did not know the rest. But once I figured it out, he looks like he worships the devil. You know what I'm saying? He looks like it. It was not surprising once it was told. So people were in the chat, kicking him in for being a devil worshiper and a vampire. And then, but there were a few, there's always a few coons in the bunch. He's cool. I like him. And after he said he was a devil worshiper, and so I typed in the chat, I'm like, are you guys serious? You guys like and think a devil worshiper and vampire is cool? And other people were saying it too. And he's never here, the classic coon. He's never did anything to me. Well, how could he? You stay in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I just get so tired of the coons that hang out in black spaces, whether it's, wherever it may be, not just YouTube. I get sick of it. So anyway, I guess in a previous live, Miss Terry, the older white lady is mod. She was, I don't know if she was in the chat or on the panel, but whatever happened, he told her he was going to put a spell on her, and
Terry, the moderator.
Yes, he told her he was going to put a spell on her and haunt her in her dreams. She would not be able to sleep. He said he was going to do a whole spell and light candles on her and just all this stuff. And he meant that shit. And Terry, feels some type of way, right? Because she's a Christian. And she's like, I feel some type of way about that shit. Plus, I don't trust him. I see him, right? And so he was up there and, he left for a while, and then he came back to Lemon's panel. And I think Terry was like, nah, not this motherfucker again. So she went up on the panel, and she started pushing him. She started pressing him. I see you, and I don't like you. I don't think Lemon ought to let you up here. He shouldn't trust you. You're full of shit. And this white man motherfucker goes, why are you up here trying to sound black? Sounding all...
I know hold up, Terry. She don't sound black to me.
Thank you. But he was just mad, and his true self came out. You see what I'm saying? All that, I'm supporting Lemon and sitting up there listening to Lemon and them call each other nigga. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, he's he's a racist, but he's been holding that back. So he goes, why, he cut her off because she was pressing his ass, right? She was clocking him and telling him about himself, white on white. She was like, yeah, and so he was like, why are you up here trying to sound black, sounding all ghetto and ratchet? Yes, he did. Yes.
No, he didn't say sounding black like ghetto and ratchet.
Yes, he did.
That shows exactly how he feel about black people.
Yes, he did. And Terry went off. Do you hear me? I've never heard her. I've heard her. She might have said a damn. You know what I'm saying? But she was cussing. She went off, right? So he jumped off the panel because, see, in the presence of someone that's spiritual and believes in Jesus, demons always are going to run. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying she's a holy roller. I don't know, Terry. I'm not saying she goes to church anymore. But a lot of people have spirituality running through them. And even that makes a demon run. And I believe that shit. I don't know if anybody else believes it, but I believe that shit. Demons can't handle the truth, and they can't handle someone that is a believer, period. So, because she told him, I'm a Christian. She said, and I don't believe in that shit. And how dare you tell me you're going to cast a spell on me, a black spell on me, and haunt my dreams, and I won't ever be able to rest again. It was just a whole bunch, right? So he ran off the panel. And so Terry was still hot because Vic had hit the panel. Of course, Dragons was still up there. And it was four of them. Dragons, Vic Damone, what's his name? Lemon and Terry. And Terry was still going off, right? Because she was pissed. And so, because she was pissed about what he said, and everybody in the chat start blowing up. Even the coons that was, I like him, and he never did anything to me. I think he's cool. They even was like, no, he didn't. The chat was done. It's a black chat. This is a black sector. You know what? Over 95% black that we know of. We don't know who's behind these avatars, but from what we know, this is a black sector. You see what I'm saying? And so everybody was going off. And so, do you know that? Okay, so when he left, we didn't notice at the time he was DMing Lemon, trying to white man explain, right? So I think that when he typed that, he thought, okay, I done cleared it with Lemon. It's all good, right? So this motherfucker, 5 minutes later, after he dropped off, he hits the panel again. Camera on, looking crazy. And Terry wasn't finished with his ass. Soon as he hit the panel, she started back in. And so he was like, wait a minute. I came up here to see Lemon. Lemon, did you get my DM? And Lemon was like, yeah, I read that shit. He was like, and so Lemon told him how he felt. Lemon told him he was wrong. And he wouldn't let and the whole time Lemon was, telling him about himself. I personally don't feel that he did it strong enough, because Lemon has cussed motherfuckers out on his panel for doing a lot less, especially a white man making stereotypical, condescending, rude ass, ignorant comments, right? So, but Lemon was telling him about himself, and he was trying to interrupt. I got my best friend is black. I had a best friend that's dead.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Lemon was like, we don't want to hear that best friend.
After he called us ratchet and ghetto?
Ghetto, ratchet, and what was the other one I said? Ghetto, ratchet, and she was trying to sound black. Okay.
Yep.
So Lemon was like, we don't want to hear that best friend dumbass bullshit. That's exactly what racists say. So Lemon was getting in his ass. So eventually, while Lemon telling him about himself, he looked, you know how you look up in the air like, oh Lord, here we go. Looking over to the side like, oh God, here we go. And that's what said. And then he goes, well, let me apologize. Listen, Art, listen to this. If I apologize anyone, I want to say I'm sorry. Girl, that did something to my soul. Do you hear me? What the fuck you mean if? That just, I don't know if, because
if was a fifth.
Okay. So I was like, ain't nobody else gonna hit this motherfucking panel and they're gonna let him get that if off, that weak ass non-apology. And I kept waiting and nobody was gonna push him on that if. And I was like, fuck it, I'm tired as the fuck. Let me go ahead and hit this panel. So I hit the panel and I was like, hey Lemon. He was like, hey Corio. And Terry was like, hey, but Vic knows I don't like him, and Dragons know that she knows I don't like her. So I didn't speak to them. They didn't speak to me, and I'm fine as fuck about it. So I'm like, excuse me. I was like, I'm up here to talk to the vampire devil worshiper. I was like, if it's not an apology. I was like, Lemon, the whole time you were telling him about himself, he was looking up in the air, looking over to the side. You know how teenagers do when you getting talked to seriously by your parents. Yeah. And looking up, I said, so he was disrespected, all of that. I was like, you are disrespectful. I was like, and if it's not an apology, I was like, and nobody in this chat accepts it. I was like, that's some bullshit. because you know I'm in my soft girl era, and so I'm not gonna go up there and cut up and turn out and cuss him out like I would have in the past. But you know, I was like, "You full of shit. Don't nobody respect it." I was like, "And Lemon, I don't even know why you have him on your panel." I was like, "He's a devil worshiper." I was like, "He's a white man that's a devil worshiper. He's a vampire. He practiced vampirism." I was like, and he just let you know exactly how he felt. I was like, because in anger, he let it flow. I was like, so I don't know why he's even still up here. And Terry was start kicking him in again. He left the panel. This time he didn't come back, right? So I was like, oh, and I have an iPhone. So I was like, so I don't mess up your panel sound, go ahead and drop me, Lemon. And he was like, uh, Terry wants to say something to you. And I was like, well, is she talking now? He said, yeah, you don't hear her? I was like, no, I don't. He was like, well, I'm going to drop you down and you come right back up. And I'm just like, okay. So he dropped me down and I went back up. And she was just wanting to, because I guess we're the two that was getting in, talking to that white man. She wanted to talk to me about, you know what I'm saying? Like the two of us, like get, like we would let me know we were on the same page. You know what I'm saying? And that, she, although she's white, she don't put up with that shit. And then she started talking about the spell he was going to cast on her and the pentagram he was going to use. Because, that's the devil's star, the pentagram. So she was just going through all that. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, but yeah, you were right. I was like, Lemon, okay. So I was like, anything else, Terry? She's like, no. I was like, okay, Lemon, drop me down. And he was like, Corio, wait a minute. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I can't remember exactly because it was late. I was kind of tired. I had been asleep. And so he was like, something about, how do you feel about, the way things go on over here, because I try to be nice to people and I try to give people a second chance. And I just, how I am, Hood Table.
Real honest.
Real honest, and people either like me or don't like me. Either, and if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. Okay, in my real life, and I sure feel that way on the internet. Okay, I don't give a fuck, but that's the way it is. You either like me or you don't. And I was like, well, Lemon, I was like, let me start off by saying, I like you. He was like, yeah, I know. I was like, so I was like, I think there's nothing wrong with being nice. I was like, I've always thought underneath all of this, you were nice. You were nice on Sir Kings until you didn't have, until somebody pressed you and you weren't. I was like, and underneath all this, I think you're a nice man. I was like, but you're too nice. You're too nice to people that disrespect you on a regular. I was like, you got to learn that it's okay to drop people. It's okay to write people off and say you're never dealing with them. You don't have to, that doesn't mean on the
right.
inside you still have to be mad. I was like, because there's a lot of people, family members, people I've forgiven, but it doesn't mean I have to be a fool for them again and deal with them. I was like, and you need to learn that, that it's okay to not deal with people that have hurt you or disrespected you. And he was like, but, and I was like, so go ahead and so go ahead and drop me so I don't mess up, and plus I don't know, for a fact, I do not know, now the StreamYard's changed and I have an iPhone, I do not know how to drop myself. You
Mm-hmm.
always have to drop me, right?
Plus, it'd be an issue anyway with the iPhone user. Like people can't hear if you
Yeah,
drop yourself. Yeah.
yeah. And so I was like, well, Lemon, go ahead and drop me so I don't mess up your panel. He's like, but Choreo, wait a minute. And I was like, yes. And so then, he was like, but what did something, I can't remember. But whatever he asked me, it made me talk about his drinking. And I was like, I asked him, I said, Lemon, you want me to tell the truth? And he was like, yes. I was like, it's your drinking. It's your drinking. I was like, when you're sober, Lemon, your lives are good. And Terry's like, they sure are. I was like, don't you? I was like, you really think so, Terry? She was like, oh, when he's sober, his lives are so good and so much better. I was like, because Lemon, you control your panel for the most part. I was like, you catch the disrespect and the slick shade, and you just deal with it. You don't go off on a drunken tangent. You know what I'm saying? Cussing everybody out. I was like, you just need to control the drinking. I was like, and I told you before, if you're going to do a lot of drinking, I was like, when you feel yourself getting to that level where, it's you feeling it. I was like, I told you, it's okay to just click the end button or tell people this is the end of the live. I have to go and just leave. I was like, because the next night when you come back, everybody's going to be here. You're not going to lose supporters because I was like, because you end your live like that. Pizza does it. I didn't say this up there, but Pizza does it all the time. I don't know if her husband wants her, the sound bites
Mm-hmm.
want her, or she's just tired. But we'll be going on and in the live and up on people up on the panel, and she'll
Yep.
go, okay, y'all, I gotta go. Bye. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. She sure does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so, but I didn't say that to him on the live. But that's what I was thinking in my mind. How the next time she goes live, the intels are right in there, ready to go. Because if they support you, they support you. And so, I was like, so, okay, go ahead, and I've answered your questions. Go ahead and drop me down. And it was just quiet. And I said more than just this. You see what I'm saying? But I don't remember everything. But it was like, help. Oh, I told him, I said, he was like, yeah, but tomorrow people going to have something to say. I was like, look, I was like, you handled it without going, bunch of bit. I said, I think when you didn't do a lot of cursing, it hit home better. I think if you'd have sat up here and been yelling and screaming and cussing him out, it wouldn't have hit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but because you were calm and telling him about himself, he had to hear that. You see what I'm saying? I was like, that's fine because you cannot sit up here and control what comes out of people's mouth. No one expected him to say that. But when he did drop down and he came back, you told his ass about himself. I was like, the disconnect with you, Lemon, is that you let people like that back up. And we don't understand that shit. I was like, that's where the disconnect comes with you and people not understanding you and have a problem with you. It's the drinking, all that cussing, and letting people back up who disrespect you. I was like, he was like, well, I was like, we're not talking about people that keep it on YouTube. That's the nature of the beast. I was like, but people that have struck you for no reason. I was, you know what I'm saying? And I was waiting for her to say something because that was going to be the point where I wasn't going to be nice. But she didn't say anything. I was like, people that have taken your channels, I was like, and people that took it off YouTube. I was like, Lemon, you have them back on your panel. And people don't understand that. And I was like, that's why people say you're weak. That's why you get disrespected. I was like, it doesn't have to be that way. I was like, and I hope you're receiving this. I was being nice, but I was also saying, you know, anyway. And so he got real quiet. After, I was up there for a minute, probably 10 minutes, and he got really quiet. And I was like, Lemon, are you there? And he was like, yes, I'm here. And his voice sounded shaky. And I was like, are you okay? Are you mad? Because I thought he was going to start cussing me out at any minute. I was going to be a bunch of bitches. And you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, are you mad? And because I was waiting for the cuss out. And he was like, no, I'm not mad. But I was like, Terry, is he upset? And she was like, no, he's not upset. And I was like, okay. I was like, are you okay though? Because I didn't mean to upset you. Because I didn't want to say I didn't mean to make you cry, but I was like, I didn't mean to upset you. And he just wasn't saying anything. And I was like, I asked like a couple more times, Lemon, are you okay? Because I start feeling bad because I know sometimes the truth hurts. You understand what I'm saying? And that's with anybody, not just him. Anybody. Sometimes when you hear the truth, it hurts. And I just felt bad that I'm the one, that made this happen. I felt bad. So I was like, Lemon, go ahead and drop me. And he, I was like, Lemon, please, just go ahead and drop me. And he was like, okay. And I'm ending the live. And he dropped me and he ended the live.
Yeah, Tennessee said he didn't want to drop you.
Okay, so thank you, Tennessee, because you heard me up there asking because I didn't want, to say anything because he kept asking me questions and I knew I was going to be nice but firm because I like Lemon. I really do. And, I was just going to be honest and I didn't want to do that. Plus, I felt like I was stopping the commentary. Does that make sense? And I don't want to be a fucking panel killer like that. And I know his chat is brutal, right? And so with all that going on, I just wanted to get down. But he wanted me up there. And so, I can honestly say, Lemon's never cursed me out. And there's been other times when I've said little things to him on a panel and he's never cursed me out. And I know he's cursed Yaya out. They said he cursed Muffy out the other night. I guess he was drunk and going off on the panel. And Muffy was like, Lemon, calm down or something to that effect. Nothing much. And I guess he saw her down in the chat and he went off on her. Muffy's not mean. She's not confrontational. And she doesn't do anything to anyone. You see what I'm saying? So I just was like, he's going to cuss me out at any minute. But anyway, yeah. So when I got back down in the chat, Terry was back down there. She came because when he said he was ending the live, I don't think she has an iPhone. So she went ahead and dropped herself and he dropped me into the live instantly. And so I was down in the chat and I was just like, because somebody had put, I think Sula called, she's one of his mods, and she was like, you told him what he needed to hear. He's not mad at you. He's just, feeling what you said. And I was like, yeah, this is in the chat afterwards. He had ended the live. And I was like, yeah, but I think I overstepped my boundaries. I was like, maybe I was the wrong messenger. And a few of them were like, no,
Yeah.
he needed to hear what you said. You told the truth, and he's just digesting and trying to, what's the word I want to say? He's just trying to, your words touched him, and
Mm-hmm.
he's just trying to digest and go through, what is it called, like in your mind, process. He's
Process.
trying to process the things you said because you didn't tell one lie. And so
Right.
I was like, yeah, but maybe, I was like, yeah, but maybe that, I was like, yeah, but that wasn't my place. And they were like, would you please stop? You
No,
did.
he did ask you your opinion though.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to upset him, and maybe it wasn't my place to go that far. You
You
understand what
know,
I
I
and I
feel what you're saying. I feel exactly what you're saying. You think you probably went too far or whatnot. And he did ask your opinion. A lot of people in the past have and still do try to give Lemon advice about, and I say it all the time. We cool on here behind the scenes, so I said it many times. My thing with him is not the drinking because I drink. I mean, a lot of people drink, but
mm-hmm.
it's the excessive on air drinking
Yes,
that
yes,
seems to cause him a lot of problems.
yes,
And sometimes the shit that happens on his panel that oftentimes can even have him lose his channel, he's usually not in his right, I don't want to call it right state of mind, but maybe not a more sober mind. Just
yeah.
like the other day when he was P-Bomb, he said he recognized the name of the subscriber,
Mm-hmm,
which supports his channel in the back chat,
mm-hmm,
but he heard them say hi, and he just immediately dropped down the banner. And
mm-hmm,
maybe had he been a little more, you know what I'm saying? Like he may
mm-hmm,
have waited and talked to them for a minute before
mm-hmm,
he, dropped the banner down and
mm-hmm,
stuff like that. It's just, yeah, it's an open panel room shaker. You can hit the link, baby.
mm-hmm,
But it's just that it's the excessiveness, and it's like the other night. He fell asleep several times throughout his life.
mm-hmm. And
This morning he fell asleep on YouTube Camera's channel. I mean, it's the
I
excessive drinking
and I talked
online.
to him about the falling asleep on the panels on Lolo's channel. And I had never hit Lolo's channel, but I talked to him about falling asleep, that he just needs to go ahead and end the live when you feel like you're at your limit, because I know I eat edibles and I can tell when it's like, don't eat one more. Don't eat
Right.
one more.
And I
You
can tell
are,
I drink, so I can
yeah,
tell. Okay,
yeah.
this is the last one for the night,
Yes,
baby.
yes, yes. So, but I just I like Lemon. I didn't want to be the one that, but that I don't. I still. That's what they were saying. And his mods, they do that. What's that thing that they go to when they leave and they're all in that thing together? What's that thing? It's a program. What's it called?
You talking about
About chat. What is it called?
when they be all behind the scenes in that chat thing?
Yes,
I
yes,
forgot what that shit is called.
yes. But so I figure they've said a lot. They go back there a lot.
Discord. Thank you, Linda.
Discord.
Discord.
Yes, thanks, Linda. They're in there, so they know each other. They talk. Then I think they all have his phone number, so they talk. So I'm just going to go by them. And when they said he's not upset, which you told him, he needed to hear. You were telling him the truth, and he's digesting and processing it. But he is not mad at you. And so his, major mods were saying that, like Terry, Benz, Sulico, other people in the chat.
Hey,
So
lady, Snoop and the Amethyst.
and so I know they probably tear me up in your chat down there. But are they tearing me up? But anyway, so that was basically it. And so I, logged on to YouTube Cameras real quick because I like to give her clicking of view.
And they are not tearing you up, huh? Not at all. Matter of fact, Amethyst said, Choreo, you are amazing.
Oh wow, thank you. Oh my
And
god.
what I was saying was, I
Oh,
think that he probably was more emotionally affected by you because I don't think he's ever heard that from you. And on top of that, you know, a lot of people who talk to him, they're around the same age. A lot of them be on fuck shit too. A lot of them be, you know, like you're an outsider looking in who has been sorting for him for a long, who has been supporting him for a long time. And maybe you even come across like a motherly figure or something like that, or an auntie or, you know, something like that. And you just
Mhm.
kept it real and you kept it funky with him. Not to say that any of y'all have sugar coated the shit, because I know some of y'all have came across to him like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, da 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 da.
And
But
see, we
sometimes you
just,
got to hear things a certain way.
even when he's sober, you don't come at someone like that if you're trying to help them or if you're trying to tell them the truth. They ask you a question. You can't be nasty and rude and cussing and you know what I'm saying? Because that's not going to be received and that's going to make the person go on the defense. I know my dad was like that. He was very confrontational. He raised us like a drill sergeant. And whenever he wanted to say something, you know, to correct you or tell you something, it was very hard to fucking receive because of the way he said it. You see what I'm saying? We would listen to it, but it was you know, it took a minute because you had to get over the he's so damn disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? And then, you know, but you're not going to receive anything if the person is cussing you out while they're doing it, right? Especially if he's had too much to drink. And so, um, limited, I mean, I could be his big sister. I couldn't be his auntie. Well,
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I could be his auntie or his big sister if his mother was way older than me. But I know what you're saying. But I'm like, damn. But
No, I didn't mean you.
I know you
It's
did.
not that
I
you're
know you
maybe
didn't.
double his age, but it's just the way that you come
I
across,
I know. I
like
know.
really concerned and.
Yeah.
Because
And
most people want him to do his best. Most people want Lemon to
yes.
succeed. There are
Yes.
people who want him to fail, but for the most
Yes.
part, he has more supporters than haters.
Yes, and I want him to succeed. Like we talked about yesterday with talent. I see the disconnect, and I don't know why. He was. We all. It's been what about 8 years, and a lot of these people that are here that you know jump on this panel from different sectors, and you know we got a lot of new people in the B sector, so they don't know the lemon that was with Sir King that we all start liking. He was completely different. You understand what I'm saying? And so we see this, and then when he came back, there's this disconnect. We talked about this yesterday, remember? Are you on mute?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute, but yep.
You
We
know
talked
that
about this yesterday. Yep.
yeah, there's a 100 degree, I mean 180-degree change in his person, except for when he's not drinking. When he's not drinking on his panel, you see the old Lemon. But the disconnect is why we're getting all this drinking. And granted, maybe he, like Talon said, and I remember, he would say he was drinking his champagne, but he never did this kind of stuff. And I don't know if it's because he was the co-host to Sir King and now he has his own show. I don't know. But we never saw that side of him, whether he was always like that or not. We never saw that side of him. So the people that have known him 7, 8 years, it's kind, it's kind of puzzling. So yeah, but we all. I mean, I want the best for him. I want him to succeed. I think he has the personality for it when he's sober. You can see it. So, but anyway, that's what happened. I don't know. I know I'm never hitting this panel anymore. And I don't know if I'm ever going to drop down again, because if he's drinking and he sees me drop down, he may cuss me straight the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? But I'm
I
not.
don't think
I
so.
I don't know. I don't know, because I upset him, truly upset him, to where he, uh, like I said, his voice was quivering, and he got real quiet, and he ended his whole life. So granted, it was 7 hours, but he probably was going to go a little longer, because
Hmm.
Vic had just hit the panel. People were still hitting his panel. That white dude was still hitting his panel. So,
Yeah.
but Vic did, and I don't like you, Vic, and you know I've told you plenty of times to your face. That's the way I am. But I did always say you are a wonderful, excellent father. And that's the truth. But when the white guy dropped down after Terry, no, I'm going to call him what he is, a white male that's a devil worshiper and practices devil worshiping and vampirism. That's what I'm going to say, because that's what he admitted to, and that's what he said. And so when he dropped down from Terry because he couldn't stand her heat, uh,
Oh, Room Shaker. Was that you, Room Shaker, in the back? I just saw you. I had put up the banner to add you. Let me know if that was you, Room Shaker. Come back. Go ahead, hon.
and
Oh yeah, Amethyst said, I don't know if you can see the chat, but
no,
Amethyst said, you have a beautiful soul full of honesty and truth. And
all
yeah,
right.
beautiful soul. And Snoop said she agreed. Lady Snoop in the chat.
Was Lady Snoop in the clouds?
Was you there last night, Lady Snoop?
Because I saw her drop down once, but she didn't stay. She dropped down with eyeballs, because whatever was happening on the panel, everybody was laughing and tripping, but she dropped down with the eyeballs, and I don't think she was in the
I'm
chat.
sorry, Rule Shaker. I was looking at a different screen, so I didn't see you. But if you want to hit the link again, come on back.
You left the backstage. Oh, um, but thank you, Amethyst. That is so sweet. You touched me, and I feel a lot better. But I still am wondering if I'm going to get cussed out or talked bad to if I drop down to that chat. So, but I know I'm never going to hit the panel again. I don't think. And I only did that because that white man was up there tripping, and nobody else was going to go up there and checking with that if I offended anyone. Motherfucker. See, that's the shit white men won't say, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying, in your face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I offended, why you trying to sound black? You sound ghetto and ratchet. Motherfucker, what?
Hey, lovely love. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? I'm glad to know that you are doing well.
Yes, lovely love. I am so glad everything's okay.
Sure. I
Is
am
you back?
definitely glad to hear that you are doing well. And I've been seeing you on the panels cutting up. I was like, looking lovely. Oh, yeah, she's doing well.
I love. She's always been in my top 10 favorites.
Yes.
Always. And back in the day, Lovely Love on Pizza's panel was everything. Lovely Love used to be able to drag, like she was a dragger.
Yes,
And
she was.
she was a disruptor too. She would interrupt. Her interruptions back in the day, sometimes they were nerve-wracking when she stopped a good piece of commentary, but sometimes when somebody was saying something dumb or stupid, it would be Lovely Love that be like, wait a minute, bitch, I know you lying. Or what does she say? I know.
I know you lying to me.
Yeah, she was, and the person be like, I don't know what you talking about. And Lovely Love would pop her knuckles and be like, let me get this bitch straight real quick. And it would be on and popping. But she doesn't. I think all of us that have been here forever, we're kind of tired. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to, woo bang on panels anymore like we used to. It's just, and I think that's added to why the B sector's kind of dry too, because you know the content creators, they're not willing to woo bang because the people are tired
Right.
of that shit, and especially when the content is dry too, it doesn't even pump you up to do nothing like that. Like back in the day, if I'd have hit that panel, I'd have been cussing that white boy out. You know how I am. I'd have been cussing him out, and he really would have been leaving the panel for a reason. But it was enough. He couldn't stand the pressure, and like I said, when you have spirituality or you're a Christian or a Muslim and you believe in God, when you have that spirituality on your spirit, a demon's gonna run. And he kept running with his fuck ass. Okay, I'm quiet. I'm sorry,
I
Amethyst.
cannot believe
I'm
that
sorry.
happened. Like I said, when I woke up in the middle of the night, I was so confused. But it was too late for me. It was 3:30. I ain't no way I was about to rewind at no 3:30 a.m. when I was tired as all get out. So I was like, I'll just, talk to my girl in the morning and find out what the fuck happened.
Yeah, I wish you would have deleted that live. But Amethyst, I'm sorry, I just cursed, girl. You know, I'm in my soft girl era. I'm not doing that anymore. So I apologize if I offended you, Amethyst, but I did
Ah.
say, a couple curse words right there. But I'm back. I'm back.
She's back.
Yeah. Are they coming up or
I don't know. Room Shaker had she was in the back and I didn't see her. I told her to hit the leave, but Room Shaker might be at work.
okay.
I don't know if Room Shaker works on Saturdays or on the weekend, but
Oh, okay. Maybe she's
yeah.
on her break. But I mean, was she back there a long time?
I don't think she was back there a long time because I was going back and forth between my screens checking my YouTube studio and shit, and while I was over there while I was listening to you at the same time, she must have been in the back. So, but lovely love said, I am so tired, but I enjoy everyone.
Yeah, lovely. I get it. And I think, a lot of the old subscribers, I say this
Mm-hmm.
all the time. I used to drop down in chats and I would have to say hi for about 8 to 10 minutes to people because we
Mm-hmm.
all knew each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now, I don't know anyone. It's just, it's a new batch of people that's coming through and
Mm-hmm.
it's just old. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has time for all that mess anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't have the energy. But
I
yeah,
get it. I definitely
yeah.
understand. And that's why a lot of people who be like, um, what's up with the new people? I mean, what's up with the OGs? Why they never come back? We wish they would come back. And
Mm-hmm.
it's hard sometimes to just do commentary on here. And me as a non-beefer, I know how hard it is to come on here and not. You just want to get commentary. You don't want to argue. You don't
Yeah.
want to fight.
Keep
But
a
it's like a lot of people. That's what they want.
keep an eye
So
on your back chat, boo. Go ahead.
you said what?
Make sure you're keeping an eye on your back chat. But go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, I am. Yeah, there's nobody back there.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but so I know how hard it is to just want to give commentary and just laugh and talk about the shits. But a lot of people don't want. They just want people to beef and argue and fight. And I
Mm-hmm.
get it because it's the beef sector.
Right.
But a lot of people they're tired of that. They tired of fighting day in and day out. Wake up to find somebody to suck their channel or,
Mm-hmm.
doing some other malicious shit. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like if we could keep the malicious shit out of
Mm-hmm.
the sector, I can guarantee the
Yeah.
OGs will come back. I can
Yeah.
guarantee that.
Yeah. But and also, let's just say the OGs. They have been here at the inception of the B sector. So a lot of them have 40,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers, 15. Their numbers are up there unless they lost the channel and they're starting back over. But and still they have 6, 7, 10,000. But who wants to come back and some new person who comes in the beef sector just to get upset, just to watch and get offended and strike somebody's channel? if you know you're in the beef sector, why are you getting offended when people beef? When people go back and forth? You see what I'm saying? I just don't. And then you watch them just to purposely catch something they say or somebody says on their panel so you can go back and strike their channel. Or you see what I'm saying? When you go back and forth, people are just sitting their way. So why would I be an OG just to lose my channel off of something I helped create?
Well, you see what Lady Snoop said. She said that's why I stopped talking about them. I do lifestyle content and celebrity stuff.
See what I'm saying? But
I get it.
congratulations to, but that's what people are doing. Who wants Snoop is an old head. What you know what I mean by old head. She's been here doing her thing for a long time. She's not trying to lose her channel. She's got a lot of subscribers. She's getting her check. She don't want to lose her channel because somebody comes on her panel and says a trigger word. And you know, because you can't help and stop what somebody's going to say. You as a person sitting there, you don't know what the person across, is going to say till it's out. And so there you go sitting there going, no, don't say that. When it's already said, and if somebody doesn't like you and they clock that, they're going to go ahead and use it. And therefore, that's why people have lies and they're taking their channels down after the lie.
Yeah, Lovely Love said they took so many of her channels away from her.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Did. Yeah.
What up, Shady Blue? How you doing? Wine.
Hey, Shani.
Wine.
I think Lovely Love was saying last night that somebody threw an age restriction on her already on her video. Already. She ain't even been back, what, a week? Maybe a week, and somebody age restricted one of her videos already. You
wow, that's crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying? No, it's just like, but y'all want to be in the beef sector. Y'all want to be in the beef sector. Y'all want to come over here and kick it. Y'all want to do commentary on it. But then when somebody get in your ass, you want to strike their channel. You want to age restrict their channel. I'm sorry, Amethyst. I'm sorry. But,
well, that's what Sean Bradley was saying the other day when he came live out the blue. He was like, is y'all turning into a lot of pussies and bitches? Because y'all just striking people's channel, making people lose their channels. And this is the beef sector. Like, if you don't want to beef and you don't want people talking shit about you, then you're in the wrong sector. But to turn around and get into it with somebody and strike their channel, take their channel, stuff like that. He was like, is a bunch of bitches in there now in the B sector or what? I was like,
yes, it is. It's a bunch of people that want to be here. Like I would like Hey, Shady Blue, that's my boyfriend in my head. Hey, Shady Blue, he probably like, who is that? He probably don't even remember me anymore. But
he remember you, Coriel. You always act like people forget you. Girl, you was unforgettable.
No, anyway. Because that's what were we saying? Oh, because I get when I first got over there, because we started out at Lemons, right? Because Pizza didn't go live till a little later. Not a little later. And it started out, I guess, Lemon at some point, I didn't know this till I was watching Lemons live. I guess at some point he said he was going to drag Ness, right? So, Ness ain't scared. Ness hit his panel, was like, let's go. But instead, that would have been all beef sector was up there on the panel. We would have had some old school, because she wasn't going to let him sit there and drag her. She was going to be dragging back. It would have been great beef sector content. Those two going at it head to head. But then here come Audio Pulp, and Lemon let him up on the panel. And immediately, Uppity left and Ness left. She was like, Lemon, I'm not coming back up here. Basically with him up there. And he comes up there dragging Ness. And it's like, first of all, who are you? Second of all, Why are you dragging Ness? And third of all, what have you done that they Uppity and Ness don't even want to be on the panel with you? And he was but here's the thing. He was using, you can tell he's been sitting up in the clouds or on a panel listening to, has heard old 6-year-old reads. And that's what he was throwing at her. And it's like new people using old ass 5-6-year-old reads, it doesn't hit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, then Ken Nola came up there because, Ken Nola, if he knows, he said somebody sent him a $5 Cash App saying that audio was over there dragging Ness. So he hit the panel and he dragged audio out. They were going back and forth. I feel like Ken got the best of it. But anyway, and then when we went over to pizzas, some people felt that it was suspicious. It could have been suspicious that when Ness hit the panel was like, let's go, that Lemon didn't start, dragging her, but then all of a sudden audio hits the panel. So people feel like he could have sent a text message or whatever to audio to hit the panel. So I don't know. I don't know the history between audio and Ness, so I can't call it. I don't know, but I know he did hit the panel before, Lemon start dragging, and he started dragging, and Ness left the panel because Lemon said he was going to drag Ness. So she at the panel was like, let's go. So you would think he would be the one that would start it. You see what I'm saying? Because you threw down the gauntlet. But, and that happened too. So, yeah. Look, I'm remembering.
Wow, I don't think have that guy ever been on his panel before? Because I don't recall ever seeing that man before.
Who? Audio?
The one who was the vampire.
Oh, you've never seen that white man up on his panel?
Or maybe I never heard him say things like that because
he hasn't.
See, that's what I'm like.
He usually sits up there and doesn't say a word. But because he had threatened to put a spell on Terry, and said that he was going to haunt her dreams and he was going to be lighting candles on the pit. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
She went up there and was like, and second of all, she said that she always saw right through him. Game recognized game. There's two white people, right? So she went up there to talk about his ass, tell him about his ass casting spells and shit. And then she wanted to let him, excuse me, Amethyst. Then she wanted to, confront him about, being fake and phony. And she saw right through him. And she was pressing him. And he couldn't take it. And he got mad. And he let his real feelings fly. You a white woman and you hanging out over here with all these black people. You see what I'm saying? Don't come up here pressing me. He got angry. And the real stuff, and he said what was on his mind before he could act. It came out his mouth before he could stop it. Does that make sense? Yeah, he sure did. He said it.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't let nobody on my panel like that. Again, I don't know if Lemon has ever heard him say shit like that as far as why you trying to act black like Ratchet and Ghetto and shit like that. Because that type of shit coming out of a white person's mouth, yeah, that would make me believe that they are racist.
Yeah, and he doesn't, every blue moon when he's up on that panel, Lemon will say, and he'll go, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. But most times, he doesn't even say that. He just sits up there. He puts the camera down on the floor, and he's sitting up there smoking a blunt, just reading the chat, you know, because people kicking him in and he's reading the chat. Because that was one thing he said last night when he was arguing with Terry before he ran. He was like, I just sit here and I look at the chat and I see what people say all the time. Oh, and he went to YouTube cameras. And I don't know if he hit the panel or I'm sure he hit the panel, because he's one of those type that when he comes in the chat, he immediately hits the panel. He doesn't type in the chat. You see what I'm saying? He's one of those that just goes straight to the panel. But I don't know. I think he probably did that at YouTube cameras, but I don't know if he was typing in the chat or not. But I guess he was still feeling some type of way, because I guess YouTube cameras chat was eating him up, and he's a chat reader, right? Because if you're not really saying anything and you're just trying to be seen, you read the chat. You see what I'm saying? And so I guess they were eating him up. And I don't know if he went off. I think he might have went. I'm not sure. But I know he was upset and talking about it on Lemons. And that came out, I think, when he was arguing with Terry. You know how he was over there and, you know, they were, you know, being mean to him and hateful to him, and he didn't like that, you know, like it, you know, just the whole thing, you know, woe is me, I'm the victim. You see what I'm saying? And I don't
and hey,
know.
Phil's come first. She said, hey, Hood Table, Choreo in chat.
Hey, Jilly. So I don't know, but Terry went up there, and I was kind of proud of her. She was pressing him. And did he say something about, I think he said something about her age. You know, he was trying, but every time he tried to swing back.
No, he wasn't age shaming.
Yes, he did. Terry would put her arm up and block that mess and counterpunch him to the point he ran. She was pressing him. I was proud of her. I ain't gonna lie, because I didn't know she had it in her. And she told Lemon, she said, you don't need to be having some vampire. I think me and my woman is a vampire, and I'm a devil worship. She was like, you don't even need that on your panel. You know, why is he even on your panel? He doesn't do anything. He doesn't offer anything. And she said that to the man's face too. And he doesn't. So I'm going to shut up.
Wow.
I bet you Amethyst hasn't said anything else nice.
Wow. That's a lot.
Is it?
I mean, the vampire shit. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah. He said he lights candles. I guess special black candles.
Do y'all really believe that shit? Or do y'all think he just putting on?
Yeah, why don't you ever believe any? Sometimes
I'm just asking a question.
So irritating. You can see shit in the background. He looks like he does. Why? And he's very serious when he talks about it. He went through, I use tarot cards, you know, this, that, the other.
See, I didn't watch. That's why I didn't see that part. I'm just asking. I didn't see no background. I didn't see him. I didn't see no tarot cards. I came in at the tail end when you was like talking to Lemon and he started getting emotional. That's where I came in.
Yeah. Okay. He didn't have any tarot cards. He was just, when Audio Pulp was asking him about his beliefs, because Audio was like, all your music is devil worshiping, you know, letting people know, you know, like I'm a vampire, you know, just all this.
Yeah, okay.
Hedonistic, awful, non-God loving, non-Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, if you believe in God and or Jesus, he was anti that in the music. And Audio Pulp was you could tell he was taken aback and he didn't like it, but he was trying to be cordial about it. You know, he wasn't like pressing him about it, but he was asking. And the guy was just telling him, yes, I do. Me and my girlfriend, you know, vampires. Yes, I do. And he went into the stuff he used to worship worship the devil. Yeah,
Wow.
we
Hey,
like
King
candles.
Kyle. How you doing?
Hey, Caius is in here. Hey, King Caius. Um, tarot cards. Oh, he was just listing stuff, and he wasn't cracking a smile. He was serious. He is a devil, but then he said, in the last 2 weeks, he's changing his ways, and he's starting to believe in God. And so when I think it was Audio Pulp or either Lemon had something, what 2 weeks?
And he probably only said that because he was probably getting ate up in the chat.
Yes, because I think what happened at YouTube cameras, because his feelings were hurt. He was still talking about it on Lemon's panel. He was still feeling some type of way. I think that might have been part of the things that they was eating him up about in YouTube cameras. And so when he hit Lemon's panel last night and Audio brought it up, because he probably thought, I'm gonna have a free night over here. Nobody's, I've told them in the past, but they don't bring it up anymore. And Audio Pope brought that up, and all of a sudden, I'm changing my ways. In the last 2 weeks, I've started believing in God. And I think
after he just threatened to put a spell on Terry.
Right. And enter her dreams and haunt her dreams all, every night. And and so I think when Terry was pressing him, and she was like, you think we're supposed to believe you started this in 2 weeks? How convenient. And I forget what he said, but it was just like, I don't feel it. I'm not, you could, nobody in the chat, we weren't feeling that 2 weeks. We weren't.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been either. And hey, Very Carrie, and yep, that's King Kyle's in the chat.
Did he say hi to me?
He said, hey to Hood Table and Choreo Lover.
Oh, thank you. But yeah. So you know how when you're sleepy and something happened, you start remembering more and more. I think I've talked enough. You go ahead. But yes, he was very serious about his beliefs, and he had obviously talked about them before. I didn't know anything about it. Whenever I've seen him on the panel numerous times, all he does is sit up there and try to be seen. And if he talks about anything, Lemon might say, how's the music going? And he's like, yeah, Now he's the one that his speech patterns are questionable. I'm not going to say talking black, but you can tell he watches and thinks he's a rapper. And it's like he calls himself PA, the something. And
oh, him. Okay. I know who you're talking about now.
Okay, yes, him. Yes.
Wow. And Austin said, I just came right now and I just woke up. He said, what's this? I'm hearing Audio and Lemon back friends, or are they rivals again? They seem to be friends, right?
Yeah,
or music cordial?
They were very friendly. No, they were very friendly. In my opinion. Now, Kyle says it's mine. He was in there. He might say something different, or one of his other mods, or somebody else. But I don't know Audio Pulp. I'm never going to go look at his lives ever. But I don't know. I didn't even know what the backstory was, or why he was attacking Ness like that with his dry ass reads. But I
what mean, Danielle said is we skipping over the lack of teeth.
We talked about that though. Why are we going to talk about? That's not what happened last night. We're specifically talking about what happened last night, T. But you could come on up and talk about his teeth. But T, we were talking about what happened last night.
And I was about to say, is there somebody else that was on there with no teeth? Because yeah, we did talk about that already.
Yeah, but Danielle T, he didn't turn the camera on last night during his live, so we couldn't see no teeth, or we couldn't see the teeth part. Honest, if he'd have turned the camera on and didn't have any teeth, I would have talked about it, last night. But yeah, I don't even know why Audio Pulp has an issue with Ness. So I don't know
Hmm.
that, I know he doesn't like Jay Dunn, and every chance he gets, he, drags Jay Dunn.
Yeah.
But and she told us about that yesterday. Remember, I asked her what started their beef because I don't know him, and so I don't know why he. Do you know why they don't like why they were beefing? But they were very friendly live. He sat up on Lemon's panels for hours. Put it like that. He was up there a long time.
I must got it.
Hold on, I just added two
Hold
people. Just
on.
want to verify. Is that Ken and T? T Danielle?
Hello? Y'all can hear me?
Ken? Kenola?
Is that Kiki?
Yeah.
What up,
Y'all
Ken?
can hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
we hear you.
What up, y'all? My bad. I'm driving. I wanted to stop Miss Corey Lover. I wanted to stop you in your tracks, baby, because I respect you. Hey, Miss Hood Table. I don't want you to say nothing negative about that little girl. That little
Who?
mama audio. Miss Pope. I don't want you to say nothing shady about her because I don't want her to
Who?
disrespect you.
Who?
Miss Audio.
Miss Audio. Oh,
Yeah, the
you
little
just
girl.
on him. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Miss Audio. Yeah, he's
I'm
very
just saying,
sassy.
I don't know him, and I don't know the origins of his beef. And his reads were old. Those are reads
But
me
but
being
but
five,
Miss
six
Corey,
years
the thing. I'm sorry for cutting you off. The thing is, nobody don't know him. He shouldn't
old.
have
Okay.
beefs with nobody in the sector at all.
Okay.
But I kind of blame them because they allow um, people like him to come in the sector just because they don't like the other people.
I
You,
get
you
what
feel what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying? He only got
Yes.
noticed because he was trying to bully Jay Dunn, and I
Right.
wouldn't allow that to happen.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't want you to get disrespected, call out your name. You feel what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
really respect you, both of y'all up here, and
Thank
the
you.
little boy ain't got no home training. He don't.
Okay. All right.
So
I very
you can say what you want, but just you know,
yeah.
he don't like criticism. You could tell. You know how these little churn is.
Yes, I do. I do. And I get it. I get it. And thank you. I understand. But I really didn't say any. Did I say anything bad?
I think he was just trying to give you a
Oh, you're trying to tell
Oh,
me
'cause
don't go any
I know
further.
how you is because it was coming. You definitely was gonna give your full opinion on him, but it just he not like us. He don't take that criticism and soak it in and try to change. He you know just weird.
I get it. Well, thank you, Ken. I get it. I get it.
Oh, no
yeah.
problem.
I
Ken just
received.
looking out. Ken
Yeah,
always looking out.
I received that. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah. I'm listening, y'all. I'm just driving, and thank you for letting me up, Miss Hood
No
Table.
problem,
I'm still
Ken. You
listening.
know you always welcome over here.
Yeah. Bye,
Thank you.
Kiki.
Y'all have a great day, ladies.
All
You
right,
too,
you two stay
Kiki.
cool down there.
Bye bye.
Okay,
I know
bye.
He's in Louisiana.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, all that swamp water, all that humidity. Yeah.
And
So
actually T said she was talking about the vampires lack of teeth, not lemon.
oh my God, T, come up here. Oh my God. T,
Hey Angela White.
I forgot that part. When I was up there talking to him, he Lemon put him on the big screen, so that's right in your face. And those teeth were I didn't know he had missing teeth because I didn't see his upper lip. You know how some people talking their upper lip don't move, but those bottom one, and he had said earlier in the same live, yeah, I'm getting ready to get my teeth fit worked on, and da da da. And it was like when Lemon put him on the big, it was almost like it was boom in my face, and I was like. And that's one part I forgot. And I was looking at it, and they were brown, and the bottom was
Wow.
brown and black and cracked.
So
And
that's what T was talking about.
yes, I'm sorry, T. I thought you were talking about Lemon, babe.
Hey, baby, and hey, Angela White said, "I love your lies." Thank you so much. I appreciate your love. And Austin said, "Audio and Ness B started." It goes back to when it looked like him and Queen 88 was going to get together. He said that's kind of when it
Oh, so
started.
he's from the Mo3 sector. Okay, gotcha.
I don't know where the fuck he from, but
Okay.
hey, Very Carrie, how you doing? What's up, Cali girl? What up, Tay Bay?
Hey, Tay Bay, how many people are in here?
Girl, we got a whole whopping 35, Nick.
Okay, good.
35.
Good. I was kind of nervous, like you was gonna say more than that. But yeah, and his teeth were brown and cracked and black and had black in between. But on when you look at him, it was all brown. But when you looked in between, it was black, just black.
Ooh,
And he
gross.
was talking, and I don't know if anybody remembers that he was trying to tell me, "I'm not a boy, I'm a man." And he said something, and he said, and I said, "What did you say? I didn't hear you." And I didn't because I was looking at his teeth.
Oh my
And
God, is that you, T?
Yes, it's me.
hey,
Hey, T.
T.
Hey, y'all, I gotta make it real fast. I'm having work done in my
Okay.
house, and I gotta take my dogs to my mom because strangers going through the house and they losing their minds.
Okay. Okay.
No, that's what I was saying. I wasn't talking about Lemon's teeth. I'm talking he don't have
So,
nothing at the top, and them bottom ones look like charcoal.
oh my God. And I'm sorry, T. I thought you were talking about Lemon. But
No,
yeah,
it's
his
okay.
teeth were ooh-wee.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
disgusting.
Yeah, he wasn't moving his upper lip, so I couldn't tell, but I was looking at those bottom ones while he was telling me he was a
Well, there's
grown
nothing to see at the top. There's nothing to see.
Uh.
And then remember
Oh,
the pee. He talking about he a man and he doing big things, not with you peeing in bottles.
wait, what?
You did. Oh Lord, Corio, I don't have time. Let me get this in.
Okay.
He was on the live, and then he was just a talking, and somebody was like, "So you not gonna talk about that pee bottle behind you?" And he was like, "There's no pee behind me." And then once he realized he was caught, he was like, every man does that. Every man
Oh,
does that. Every man gets drunk and has peed in a bottle. I don't
uh,
know what man you know,
He
but
had
that's
a
what he
pee
said.
bottle in the
oh,
background.
see,
Yes.
I told you he was a dirt. Oh my God. Okay.
No way.
Mm,
Facts. It happened. His
mm,
lives are so long, it's hard to tell you where it was, but somebody in the chat confirmed that you guys saw it too. He had
mm,
had been peeing in a water bottle.
mm.
And he forgot it was behind him until people started calling out in the chat, and then he admitted that's what it was.
It has the
That's
nerve to,
disgusting.
it has the nerve to come back
Do
because
he live in a border house or some shit?
we know
I
why
don't
he
know anything about
reels.
that. I generally leave when he appears.
Yeah, we see why he comes back because he doesn't have any respect for black people anyway, so he wouldn't be embarrassed. That's why because there is no way I would come back and get on that panel if I knew that I got caught with a pee bottle in the background.
He
Jill
sure
said, "Is
did.
he being held hostage?"
Girl, T, you
Well,
brought
okay, guys, it was fun. I told you I got to make it quick. I'll talk to you guys
okay,
later, but I'll still be listening.
All right,
okay,
love. Don't forget
and
to
Bye
hit
bye.
me up about that
I will.
polygamist.
I
Okay.
will. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
I love some T Danielle.
Me too.
But girl, a pee
Jill
bottle.
said, "Is he being held hostage?" Because people who being held hostage, they make them pee in a.
No, as a matter of fact, Jilly, last night the first time he came up, he was outside because he was like, yeah, because somebody said something on the panel. It might have been audio, but anyway, or it might have been Lemon, and he was like, "No, I'm outside with my." What is it called? Those electric bikes, those, with my e-bike. He was like, I'm
Oh, e-bike.
outside. Yeah, he's like, I'm outside with my e-bike because he was sitting down. Like it looked like he was sitting on a curb, and it looked like because it looked like there was a telephone pole behind him, and he was like, "No, I'm sitting. I ride my e-bike, and I'm smoking this blunt right now." So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. So
And pissing in a.
girl, T Danielle got me in a chokehold on that one. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. But this, so why? And he looks like he pees in a bottle. He doesn't look clean. He's skinny, scrawny, and he always up there in a wife beater. And it's like, you ain't showing us shit. Are you trying? Oh, and Lemon said, his kids are white, because when Lemon was telling him about himself, he was like, your kids are white, not because he was saying how he had black friends. My best friend is black. My some black friend he had sound like a rapper's name. He died. He died. And Lemon was like, look, your kids are white. He was like, and yeah, before you go into it, we know you had black girlfriends in the past. At least you said that. You know what I'm saying? It was
Oh
just like
wow.
you're using all the stereotypes, and you're using all the white patriarchal excuses, and
Mm-hmm.
that they use white supremacy things, that they say my best friend is white, I mean black, I dated
My
black
neighbor is black. My
yeah,
boss is black. I
yeah.
like black
I
people.
hang out. I hang out with my co-workers. They're black. I've dated black women in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody, and Lemon was like, don't nobody want to hear that crap.
Right. And
You,
thank you for sharing the cash out, Very Carey. And Tennessee Whiskey said that dude said that he had to go to the second floor to use the bathroom. So you too lazy to go to the second floor to use the bathroom? Just keep a container full of piss in your child.
why live in a house? Girl, I've never. My brothers have never. First of all, they got their heads chopped off. Now, I'm not going to lie. When they were little, I'd go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and you stepping in things, and things is everywhere. But they were little. They were little boys. You know what I'm saying? But there were never any pee bottles. There were never any pee
I
bottles.
can remember in every house that we lived in back in the day, we lived in some old ghetto ass houses in the hood. And back then the bathrooms were upstairs. They didn't start putting bathrooms in homes until they were like the late, the main floors are like what, the late 70s, 80s, and the houses we lived in was like the early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have bathroom on the main floor, but a
Mm-hmm.
lot of them since then have been remodeled
Mm-hmm.
and to add bathrooms. But back then, we still ain't no pit. Child, my mother would lose her damn mind if she
Mm-hmm.
found out we had piss bottles from the first, second floor
Mm-hmm.
up to the third. Like, she would lose her mind. That's gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that shit is strong and it smells. That shit needs to be flushed down the
uh,
motherfucking toilet. You just don't leave that shit just sitting around.
uh,
That's nasty.
and he look
Like he in jail or some shit. I
he
don't know.
looks like, girl, they got toilets in the jail
I'm
cell.
just saying.
You
I don't know.
Yeah, he's just a dirt. He's a dirt.
And that's what I was saying, Tennessee Whiskey. I said, does he live like in a boarding house or does he live like, where it's a lot of people who have to share restrooms and they said he has an elevator.
Oh, he does. See, I don't know. I don't know. He lives in a building, a high rise with an elevator. He doesn't
I
look.
ain't never, and that's
I
my right hand of God. I ain't never seen my brothers do no shit when I was growing up like that.
No, I don't. Well, let me just say, looks can be deceiving, but he does not look like he can live in a high rise with an elevator. That's just my humble opinion.
Unless it's a ghetto ass high riser like the ones I lived in when I first got my first spot. When I was younger, it was in the hood and it was a high riser with like, it was probably 10 floors and a skinny, tall high riser.
But
But it
I
was
don't
ghetto
think.
and ratchet. It was ratchet as all the fuck, and it had a raggedy ass elevator.
But I don't think that he would live. Now that we know, I I don't think he would live in an all black. What a majority black anything. I don't think he
Mm-hmm.
would. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because you know a lot of people that aren't black Americans, they love the rhythm, but they can't take the blues. They can always take from us and copy, but they don't want to deal with the hard stuff. And so, like I said, they always love the rhythm, but they can never stand in the paint and take the blues. So I don't think that he would live in something like that. So I don't think he could afford it. Hood Table. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it after I told you all this?
That's crazy. I can't believe. I don't know. As soon as he started talking about vampires and all that kind of stuff, I probably would have dropped his ass because I'm not really into that. Um, Not like I'm overly religious or anything like that, but casting spells and threatening to do that shit to my mods, I would have dropped his ass. He probably wouldn't be welcome back. I don't understand
See, that's why
why he's over there in the first place. But then again, Lemon be tipsy a lot of times when he be having his shows, so who knows if he's really paying attention?
and a
Oh,
lot, and so we know for a fact. Because I'm gonna tell you this. So after he dropped off the first time, and I finally, you know, uh, it was over what we talked about, and he went ahead and dropped me Lemon, and he ended the live. People were still kind of typing in the chat, mostly his mods, and so one of the mods had typed, well, I guess we all know he's typing something in Lemon's Instagram again. So, they kind of think like he's going to be trying to make up. You know how it goes, trying to make up and white man explain why he said what he said and all that bullshit. And so
mm-hmm.
I told Lemon point blank, we should never even see him again on your panel. He's one of the ones we should never see again on your panel. I did say that. So, oh no,
Yeah, I don't think, but you can't tell. I mean,
you can't tell.
somebody who constantly beefing and fighting and making up with people, sometimes you can't tell them shit like that.
You can't. You tell me all the time, and I hear it all. Pizza says it all the time. You cannot tell me how to run my channel, and if you don't like what I have on my panel, then leave. And
I didn't necessarily mean it like that. I'm just saying, giving him advice. Sometimes it goes one ear out the other. I didn't mean tell him how to run their panel. I meant, you know what I meant.
And I wasn't trying to tell him how to run it.
Right.
I was just, you asked me. And so I know now that when he's up there, the white man, I'm just going to immediately watch, turn on one of my Netflix or Prime or HBO. I'm just going to turn on that and watch that because I'm not dealing with that white man anymore. And I'm especially not dealing with a known devil worshiper. Not that I think he can do anything to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm covered in the blood. And because if you believe in God and good things, you also have to believe in bad things. I do believe that. And so I just don't want to be bothered with it. He can try. I don't worry about his spells and entering my mind and, being in my nightmares like he Freddy fucking Krueger. Excuse me, Amethyst. Like he's Freddy fucking Krueger up in here. But I just don't, I'm offended. You said some racist bullshit, then didn't even really apologize if I offended anybody. And when I went up there and said, you said if. Yeah, I did say if. I mean that. If I offend, no. That's like somebody apologizing and go, Hood Table, I really apologize for saying what I said.
Mm-hmm.
But you nullify the whole beginning of your sentence. We don't believe you because you don't apologize saying if, but, stuff like that. Okay, I'm shutting up. I'm done.
Child. Hold on 1 second. I got to answer this door. Let my son in.
Okay. Well, I'm up here by myself. I've talked myself. When you are tired and something happens, sometimes the story doesn't flow, quite in order. And I apologize to you guys for that because little bits and pieces come back to you whenever they do. And so I'm sorry if the story seemed disjointed, and I did my best. I did my best to remember in order what happened, but I hope I didn't throw you guys off too much. So,
Okay, I'm back.
okay.
Yes, you hold up. 7 people forgot to thumbs up the like button. Y'all bet. Hey, Carrie said thumbs up the live. And you see what Austin said? He said, imagine living in an apartment with one connected front door. Like your neighbors upstairs, they got to come downstairs, walk through the downstairs, into the middle of your place, then walk out the front.
Is that how it is?
That's how those boarding houses is. I know plenty of people who live in boarding houses. It's like one big house with a whole bunch of bedrooms. They all have locks on the doors, the individual doors, but everybody shares the restrooms. They share the kitchen, living room, dining room, basement, washroom, front yard, porch. They share everything. The only thing they have to themselves is their actual bedroom.
Oh my God. I know a woman, let me stop, a woman. She's only a year younger than me. She lives in something like it, well, exactly what you just said. And it's California, folks. I think she pays like $1,000 for that one room in the boarding house. And it's just like you said, but they don't have access to the kitchen. So they can only have like an air fryer in their room. And fans. They don't have air conditioning.
See, that's
in California. Yep, I just thought about that. Yeah.
I still can't believe that there are homes in Cali that don't have central air. Yeah. Like for the place to have a warm climate darn near all year round, there are places with no AC. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Or the window ACs, because I'm going to tell you something. California has a lot of serial killers. So that's a serial killer capital.
I ain't fucking with no window AC. No.
Yeah, I don't want, for one thing, I mean, they work great, but you're not going to push mine in and come in and kill me. So I watch too many horror movies, but yeah, she does. She lives in something like that. So she cooks in her.
I don't even like leaving my windows cracked. Like I know people who have their windows open every night and they bedrooms is like on the main floor. I'm like, how y'all do that shit? I can't even, I barely want my windows open at night if I'm on a second or third floor. Right. Like I'll be like tripping, like paranoid, I guess.
I don't at all. Now if I'm up, I'll slide the sliding glass door open to let the house burp, but I'm in the kitchen while it's open.
Like if it's fall or if it's spring and it's a nice breeze, I'll open up every window in the house to get some fresh air. But before I go to bed, every window is locked and I'm double checking to make sure they locked.
So
I'm too paranoid too because I sleep hard. And even though I have security alarms and all that kind of shit, cameras, I sleep hard. So I might just sleep through somebody coming through the window.
Yeah, but what helps me is this dog. She barks. If she just is a barker. And so when somebody knocks on my door or comes up on the porch, she loses her shit. And in the middle of the night when she does
That's my Sophie.
In the middle of the night when she does it, that nightstand drawer opens up. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh yeah. The pew pew pew.
Yes, because I'm not, whatever. Just But that's it. That's all. I don't think I've left anything out unless somebody, and like T. Danielle mentioned the teeth. I don't think. I can't remember anything else, but I don't think, I'm too scared to drop down in this chat anymore. And I know it would have to be something extreme because I'm never hitting this panel anymore.
I don't think I think you might be overthinking on that part. I don't think he's upset with you. I don't think so.
He ended the live.
Yeah, but he kept saying he was like, I just gotta get off here. I'm about to go. He was drunk as fuck. He needed to end the live hours before that.
I didn't. To me, he didn't sound drunk earlier in the
Oh
live.
yeah,
Was he?
he
Okay.
sounded litty when I tuned in.
Okay. Okay. See,
I
yeah.
was like, this nigga is skunk drunk.
Yeah, because I was kind of, I would doze a little bit, then I'd wake up and drag is in the chat again. Then I'd doze a little bit, then I'd wake up and drag in the chat again. So I did that for over an hour. So
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, I guess maybe I wasn't paying. I was paying attention because him and Uppity, they were having a great exchange. So he was, but I guess because he was answering the questions, he was thinking about the answers he was giving. So I guess I missed that.
Yeah.
And plus,
Well, do he got a live? Let me see if he got a live schedule for tonight.
oh Lord,
I know he. Y'all said he was on YouTube cameras and fell asleep on her panel this morning.
that's what she said because she kept going lemon.
Oh.
I think people in the chat were like, "What's Lemon doing?" And she was like, "I think he's asleep." So I logged. I went because I had to go do something, but I didn't see the rest. I don't know if he woke up or or had walked away. He might have walked away.
Yeah, his live last night was about 8 hours.
Yeah. So he might have walked away. He might not have even been asleep. So
that's a whole damn shift. I can't imagine being on live that long all the time. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, because
but he got some nice looking AI pics.
He does.
Yeah. I'm like, who is that?
Oh, you know what? You wrong for that. You wrong for that. You're wrong.
I mean, the eyes is aligned.
You know what? Good girl.
What? Have you seen the pictures?
Yes, I think they look on his new. Because I remember one time when he took a break, he was like, I'm not coming back. Nothing's going on in the streets. I'm having fun, with the AI, learning AI or something. And then when he came back, his pictures, he was looking good. I
know, but what's up with the two fingers? He always got the two fingers pointed like a gun next to his face. Like, what is that about?
I don't know, but I've often wondered what that means. I don't know if it's a gang sign or I know he's not.
I mean, it looks like the gun sign, like.
Oh, I never thought about
the
that.
two fingers, when people like pew pew, they gonna do something to you, like in the movies.
Yeah, because he has the mask on, before the AI. But I didn't think. But here's the thing: I didn't think that was AI.
So no. I'm not talking about the finger. I'm talking about his latest thumbnails have been AI.
No, that's what I'm talking about. The latest thumbnails. You think you think it's AI?
Yeah, he said it. He said it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he had posted one picture on his community wall, and everybody's like, "Who the fuck is that Lemon?" Then he was saying he playing around with AI. But I can't talk too much shit because most times people do an AI. The picture might kind of resemble, kind of not. Like, let's see, like this one right here with me and Riggs. That person that the AI came up with me, the nose is too small, the eyes is too wide. Riggs, his look more like him than mine look like me.
Yeah, that looks like Riggs. And the cheeks, she's got chiseled cheek, and you got little chipmunk cheeks.
Yep. See,
and you're not that dark. Hello.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay. But I love that. I love that poster. You guys, they're starting season 3. Her and Big Rig, they're starting season 3 tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, they'll be giving away she drink cups, mouse pads, T-shirts, and money, cash apps, and they're going to be doing that tomorrow for their opening of season 3 of their show. But I know
my bad. That's my little brother.
What's the times of the show? I was telling them about the opening
Oh yeah, as far
for
as
season 3.
Riggs and I am, y'all better come through and slide on us when we do have our premiere. Hold up, is this our thing right here?
Welcome to the show, from the block to the hood table. Join the conversation. Introducing your host, Mr. Sexy Side Profile Man himself. The one, the only. This the big rig slaps, the beautiful cake decorating diva herself. The one, the only. The hood table. Grabbing seats and strapping, get ready for this conversation. From the hood to the White House and all topics in between. From education to relationship to parenting to trending and celebrity news that you can use. Grab your seats and strap in, get ready for this conversation. From the hood to the White House and all topics in between. Sit back, grab your drink, let's get it, let's go. Thank you for the support, we appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
There
From
was
the block
zero
to the
sound.
hood table, with big red slaps and the hood table. Welcome to the show, from the block to the hood table. Join the conversation.
You couldn't hear that, Corio?
There was no sound whatsoever.
Well, I could hear it on my cell phone.
Okay, because I couldn't. I'm not on my cell phone. I'm on my tablet. I don't know. Maybe the audience could hear music.
Well,
But can you
I
hear
would hope
me?
so, because I was playing my actual video from my cell phone, and I could hear it come through clear. Hold up, audience, could y'all hear that? I want to win me some. Yeah, Kimberly Black heard it. I wonder why you couldn't hear it.
Maybe it was on. Maybe it's because I'm on my tablet. Well, and plus, let me tell y'all something. Google is hating on Apple. I'm on my app, my iPad, and maybe something happened, hood table, but it looked wonderful. It looked good.
Well,
So,
hold on. Let me see if you can hear this. Hold up. That's weird. Hold up. There's another one. Hold up. Let me see if you can hear this one.
From the block to the hood table, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up on the live, we able. Let's go, let's go. Best on the show come through. You already know, we the best. You already know. Let's go.
Did you
yeah,
hear that one?
yes, because something popped up my screen and said, "You've been muted. Tap for sound."
Oh, dang. I wanted you to
Yeah.
hear the first one, but that's okay. You can go back and hit the replay and watch the
I'll hear it Sunday night.
Yeah.
And I can go through the replay too. You're right.
Yep. Hey, babe. Okay, everybody heard it. All right, thank you, babe. Kimberly Black says she's here for it. She want to win some shit.
I know, because I said that if I win any merch, it could be donated, but I'm not donating the Cash App.
I know that's right.
Money in the Cash App. So have you guys thought? Don't tell. I know you don't want to tell it. Have y'all thought of games or what y'all gonna do to help us win the money?
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have, like, I gotta talk to Riggs too, but I did send him a message this morning. But I already got my questions for me. He has to give me his questions for him, because we're gonna do a trivia.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
how well do you know Riggs? How well do you know the hood table? We're also gonna have like you know how those TV shows, if you hear this word, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
But
you
you
be the
know
first.
something? When people do contests like that, the chats are all different and on different timing. So
Oh no, you got to be on the panel.
okay, good. Because I was going to say sometimes.
Yeah, you got to be on the panel to play these games.
That sounds good. Okay, smart.
Yep. If you don't want to hit the panel, because I know if it's in the chat, it's not always fair.
Exactly.
Depending on who say what first and how people's phones go, the internet.
Yes, because if I'm on my phone and I have the tablet running, the phone is always faster ahead of what's going on the tablet. So, and the TV, the tablet, and the phone, they all run on different times, so.
Yeah. And I can have 10 people on the panel. So the way I figure it is we'll have people on the panel. When somebody wins something, we'll drop them. As far as the next person coming up, I'm gonna give like somebody pick a number 1 through 100. Whoever the closest hit the panel.
Without going
That way,
over.
we won't have 100 people trying to get on the panel in the back.
Well, is it like with the closest without going over?
Right, right.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. See, that's easy
So I'm
stuff.
trying to make it real fair.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Yep. And then whenever somebody wins, they got to drop down, and then we'll do another round. Okay, somebody pick the closest number between 1 and 100, and whoever gets the closest, I'm gonna add them to the panel.
Is that okay? So okay, I'm ready. I will be here. I would be here anyway for your opening, but I definitely for the Cash Apps. Okay?
For the Cash App, yeah, I got my little Skrilla to the side. Okay, this much is the budget for the season premiere. So y'all ain't about to take all my money now.
Right. Have you showed the merch? Show the merch.
Oh yeah, well I showed some of it, but it's all gonna have, of course, this picture on it. But here's like the coffee mugs.
Nice.
And that's like the front view of the coffee mug. That's a side view of the coffee mugs. And the coffee mugs, you can get them like the base color will be white. But if you wanted like a red background or outside of the picture, like if you want like black outside of the picture, red outside of the picture. So basically I can put the picture on whatever color cup you want, but like the handle, the very top of the rim, the bottom of the cup, it'll still be white.
Okay.
But for the most part, your cup will be the color, of your choice. And if you want a white one, it'll look just like this.
Okay.
And then of course we have the tumblers. Brown, red, gold, speckled, or white. Nice. Then we have the mouse pads. We have mouse pads, and we have the t-shirts.
Excuse me.
So we got t-shirts too.
And the what are the travel mugs? They come with a straw.
Yep, they come with a straw, and they come with a cleaner, a little thin brush to clean the straw. Yep.
Right. So very nice. Very nice.
Yep. So those are some of the merch that we're going to be giving away. Kimberly said, "Let me RSVP my seat."
I know that's right. Kimberly.
Well, I'll tell you, when we first open up, it's first come, first serve when we first open up the show.
Yeah.
Then after that, we'll drop down the winner and then have somebody else come up.
Yeah, but so we only get one chance to win the Cash App?
No. That's why I said we going to drop the winner and add somebody else.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if you win some money, you get dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't win a Cash App and merch.
Okay, but I mean, okay, that's fair. You don't want to give one person all the money. I get it.
Right.
I get it. I get it. Because
now, if Red comes up with a different idea, because we're going to talk today. If he comes up with an idea, then I'll let you guys know.
He's probably going to go with what you say. You know how men are. They're not trying to, you know what I'm saying, do all that work. If a woman's
we always right anyway.
Yeah, if a woman's got it all planned out, they're cool with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's funny.
It is.
But yeah,
if you've dealt with men, you know. But yeah.
But it's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah. How many are we boring them half to death? Kimberly Black, I did not know you had everybody has a page, but what is it, a community wall, and that you post on it. So I'm going to try to find you so I can subscribe. Jay Dunn told us yesterday, so I didn't know.
She be posting on her wall?
Yeah, that's what Jay Dunn said yesterday.
Hold on, let me go subscribe.
Yeah. And can you put it down in the chat so I can
hold up? Let me see.
I swear that's what Jay Dunn said.
Hold on 1 second. Y'all got these channels, and no, I'm not going to advocate for nobody to start no channel because y'all know I will.
Yeah, no. Well,
Okay, I
Kimberly,
dropped her link just in case anybody wants to subscribe to, check out her community wall post.
is it something on there? Did I remember correctly?
It looks like let's see, Zulu, my cousin from another mother.
Okay, so
Oh,
yeah.
Zulu in the washing machine. Is that
Okay.
Zulu?
Is he black and white?
That's not Zulu, is it?
Does he have a beard? Is he black and white with a beard?
Uh, no, this dog
I
look
mean,
white and brown.
no,
Maybe
that's
that's
not
Kimberly's
Zulu.
dog.
Probably, because that's
It's
not
in the
Zulu.
washer machine. She got the baby in the washer machine.
She's giving it a thorough bath.
Oh no. Thank you, Kimberly Black. I'm working on actually right next to me right now is the book bags that I'm going to custom make for my grandson.
You
And
need
I
to
just had somebody hit me up while I was live, I had somebody hit me up said they need 5 book bags and school
Ooh,
supplies for each one of their grandkids. I'm like, 5
ooh,
grandkids and you want 5 book bags and all the school supplies custom made?
dang.
Okay, honey.
See, I love that you're business minded. I absolutely love it. Love it. See,
Hmm.
I'm not
I
I'm
think
not
this Kimberly
still.
Black.
Oh, okay. Let me shut up.
I just want to make sure it's her before you proceed.
Hey,
No.
Corio, don't shut up for me.
Hey, Kimberly. How about go ahead, because I've been up here running my mouth for a long time. Go
Yeah, I've been
ahead.
listening since the beginning. I went to took me a nap and woke up and y'all was still talking. I said,
Oh,
"Oh,
see,
let me
Girl,
try."
we
I
Corey.
didn't
trying to be
type when
like
I first
lemon.
got.
We trying
Look,
to be like
look,
lemon land over here.
Okay.
look, Corey. I mean, I was going to call you Corey. Oh Lord, look, hood table. That means we were boring. But go ahead, Kimberly.
Uh-uh.
No, y'all wasn't. It was my nap time. It was my
Oh,
nap
okay.
time because I woke up early. I get up like 4:30, so
Oh Lord.
I'm
Okay.
one of
Trust me,
those
I'm gonna have a
sleepers.
nap after this. Is after I'm done with this little
Yeah.
side job. I'm going to bed.
I
Yeah.
am too. That's why. Yeah, I told her let's do it now because I gotta put clothes in the washing machine and I'm going to nap while it's doing it. But go ahead, Kimberly. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So no, Jay Don had on Friday, I think it was. She had showed a picture of Zulu, and it was it was a picture, but you really couldn't detect what the background was. But she
Mhm.
revealed, that 2 people that figured it out that he was in the washing machine. And so he was, his picture is him standing up inside the washing machine. Zulu
Oh.
must be tall, or than my dog, I think I have a deep. My tub is deep. I have one of the deep tub washing machines.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And honey, I said, when she said that, I said, when I was getting ready for work, I said, let's go see if you can, what you feel like about being in the washing machine. And so I snapped that picture and I sent it to her. I tagged her in it yesterday morning while she was doing her live.
That's why I said that don't look like Zulu. I said
And
that must be Kimberly's dog.
yeah, that's my Shih Tzu. His name is. I
Oh.
have 2. One is Wish and one is Easter. That was.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
Mm,
cute.
yeah. So but also, Curry, I signed last week. I think it was early in the week when you were saying you need your 100 people. Can you get you to 100? I joined your membership over there. I
Oh,
subscribed.
thank you, Kimberly.
Absolutely. You don't know how to look to see because you can see when people subscribe when I think it's in your mentions or
No, I
something like
don't.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
to show
don't
you.
even. I
Yeah,
don't
as
even.
long as people don't have their memberships or their subscriptions private, then you can
Right.
see who subscribe. Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that. But I know this morning I tried to make a community post for Jay
Mm,
Dunn because she was, doing the current update on what's it called? My brother, what is it?
Big brothers.
Big
Oh yeah,
brother.
Big Brother.
And it
Mhm.
wouldn't let me. It said for me that if I wanted to post something else, I needed to take a picture or
Oh my
to do all
goodness.
this stuff. So maybe I can't post anymore. I'm not
Mhm.
sure what I
Hmm.
did.
Yeah, if you want, what you was trying to type the word Big Brother, or were you trying to actually show a picture of the
I
Big
was tr-
Brothers or something?
I was trying to what is it called with somebody's live and you
Oh, you're
put it
trying to
on.
share her screen, try to
Yeah,
share her
share her
channel.
video. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that video because she was live, and I typed, go catch. They're doing an
Right.
update on Big Brother, something to that effect, and I hit repost, and this thing page came up, and it was like, you'll need to either give us your ID, or you need to make a short video, or you can hit this and we'll watch you and how often you post. And then, if you're regular, we'll let you post more video, more content. And it's like,
What?
yeah, so I don't know.
That might be something new that they
Yeah.
requiring now, but since you haven't posted or haven't posted in a while. Because I
Yeah.
don't recall it asking, telling me all of those things. But usually I take a picture of whatever I'm going to post on my wall, and then I
Okay.
share it. I have to upload it to
Oh,
YouTube and then
okay.
share it that
Oh,
way. But if you're going to share somebody's extras, like Jay Dunn's channel, for instance, you would just type at, and put her name in, and her channel should pop up, and then you can share it
okay.
that way. Why ain't you? Why haven't? I'm just curious. Why the hood table ain't told you this? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Oh,
I
she
Is she
just mentioned it.
she's
She
Yeah,
slipping
I
on the
never.
job or what?
no,
Yeah,
she just mentioned it.
yeah. Jay Dunn was live this. Look, she put you on the spot. Jay Dunn
Oh,
was live this morning, and I didn't get a chance to ask her because I usually ask her or Charlie.
right,
And
right.
but she wanted to hear about this anyway. You know what we talked about earlier. She wanted to hear about that. I hadn't had a chance. So,
Mm.
but you can stay on her neck, Kimberly. I
I
don't.
will stay on her neck. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, I was born where she's at. I got you, Toria. Don't worry. I know where she live at.
Okay, that's
I'm
what
about
I'm
to move.
talking
I'm
about.
about to move. I'm moving where Corio at.
You may move.
I need somebody close by for backup.
Oh, I wanted to ask you too. How's that neighbor doing? Because I know you was having a time with them for a while,
um,
but
Oh, I
I hadn't
haven't
heard you
heard
say.
or seen from him. They put his ass out
Oh,
maybe like I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago. It
what?
was a big old fiasco around 2, 3 in the morning, and the neighbors. He got roommates,
Oh, they
like
were roommates.
people.
I thought that was his family home, like his
Well,
mother or
yeah, it
something. I thought
still
you said.
is. Yep. See what
Oh, okay.
happened? What I believe happened, because again, I ain't seen the mother in over a year, so I think she really passed away, and I think she
Oh.
left the house to some family members
Mm-hmm.
because he's still there. But there's a lot of other people, maybe like 4 other people who live
Mm-hmm.
there now, and they've been there for like maybe 8 or 9 months. I see them
Mm-hmm.
come and go. They get up in the morning like they going to work, come home in the
Mm-hmm.
evening. They be doing the yard, cutting the grass. So I believe they all live there together, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so every now and then he would get into it with them. And remember the last time he came over my house late in the wee hours, and he told me that his neighbors threatened to kill him or something.
yes.
Remember that was the last time? And so he
Yeah.
said
Mm-hmm.
his roommates threatened to kill him. So I said, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. Not because of that. I was calling the cops because you back over my property. So I
Right.
called the cops and they said, yeah, he has like psychosis or he has some. And I was like, everybody was right.
That's a
We
mental
always like, he
illness.
got to have some mental issues. So anyway, every now and then, because the cops like, oh, we be over here all the time. I'm like, really? I guess I just be in the crib or something and just don't be knowing. And
Mm.
so anyway, the cops came and they talked to him. I recorded the whole thing, and they was out there talking to him. He was walking around talking to himself, flaring his arms, just different shit that he be doing sometime. And next thing I know, they put his ass out, said, we don't want you to come back. Then he came the next day. Somebody dropped him off or brought him over there to get some shit. They was like, we'll bring you your shit. We don't want you inside. I mean, it was a big like to do. And I haven't seen him ever since.
Wow, that's interesting because you said that was his mother's house, and then she probably more than likely she wanted them whoever she probably knew he had mental issues. That's why she was
I think
allowed
they
him to
left it
stay.
to family members to take care of him and so
Yeah,
he could have a place to
to
stay.
stay exactly,
But
exactly.
see, the lady was white. He's mixed. And so all the
Um,
people who live there now, they're white. So that's why
oh,
I'm thinking they're his family
uh,
because the mother is white. And all the
mm-hmm.
people that's living there now, taking care of the yard and the house and everything, they white. And
Wow,
he's mixed. So I'm assuming they're his uncle, aunties,
or cousins or
cousins,
something, right?
something like
Hmm.
that. Yeah.
That's a shame. That's unfortunate.
Kimberly, I
Yeah,
was I mean, I was always concerned, but I really got scared
yeah, I
because
know you did.
anytime the police tell you he's dangerous, there's a problem because they told her he's very dangerous.
Yeah, I said I don't know what his intentions are, and they said they're not good.
Yeah.
And I was like, but at that
I,
time they didn't tell me about his psychological issues or whatnot. They told me that later.
I wonder why. If they knew that there was some danger involved, why didn't they handle that initially when they told you that? They
Because
didn't
Because
have
the
to tell
first people
you.
who came out, weren't the same guys
Yeah.
who normally came out. Because the
Mm,
next few times it was the same cops. And when that night came, when they put him out, it was the same cops.
mm.
So the first cops, they was like, we'll talk to him, da da
Yeah, I
da.
remember that. I remember you
Yeah.
saying they
And then
went
the
over,
next
and
cops,
they
they're
didn't even
like,
come back
oh,
and tell you anything.
they didn't
Mm.
come back and tell me shit. And so the next cops, I knew they were familiar with him because they said, is the guy like they described him to me and shit before. And then when he came out to talk to them, they said, haven't we been here before? You and your girlfriend and all this kind of stuff, getting into it. And he was like, yeah, no. So yeah, they were very familiar with him.
But you know what? That's the thing too, because every time a police officer has to come out for an incident or domestic violence, they have to document that kind of stuff for their records, for their security, for their liability situation. Because if something would have happened to you and they knew that there was a problem with him, and then they didn't do something to aid and address that, that could have fell on them too. Because there's reports of you
Mm-hmm.
multiple times calling for it because you're concerned as a concerned citizen. And if they knew something was wrong with him and they didn't try to address it, I know they can't make nobody go into no mental health institute or nothing like that. But if that person has somebody that's legally responsible for them, like an advocate or, a guardian or guardianship or whatever, they have to
Mhm.
need to document that and address that.
Right,
Oh,
right.
Yep. And hey, Vibrant, thank you for sharing the Cash App and telling people to join the membership. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. But yeah, after the next few times those cops came and they were very
right,
familiar and they told him like the time before he got put out, they had told him if you step across this line, you know how you be fighting? If
right.
you step across this line, they was like, man, you going straight to jail. If she call us one more time and say
Hmm.
you own her property, they was like, you going straight to jail.
Yeah,
And it was always 2 in the morning,
yeah.
3 in the morning.
Yeah,
It was
11,
like,
2, 1, 3.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because you could have put a no trespassing, particularly
Oh,
for
I
him.
did. That's what I
Mm,
did because when they came that last time, they said we would recommend that you put some no trespassing signs. And they
mm.
said make sure you put one facing his direction and put his name in big letters across the bottom. I said, oh no, y'all really trying to have me incite some shit. And so I did though. I bought a whole bunch. Choreo saw them. I bought a whole bunch. I put them on every side of the yard. I even on my new privacy fence. I got
Right.
them on the privacy fence door. I got them on the
Mhm.
side of the privacy fence wall. So I got them everywhere.
Right, right,
Yep.
right.
because
Well,
I was at the point, Kimberly, and I knew it was wrong, but I was just getting so angry and scared for her because you got this crazy man coming to your house, ringing the doorbell and asking to come in, and somebody's trying to kill me. Can you let me in at 2 in the morning? I was
right.
like, you need to go ahead and pow pow. You just
Yeah.
he's on your property. Just go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because he to me he was
He
getting
wasn't gonna
to the
stop, right, until
yeah, and he was getting to the point where I told her he might try to break in one of your basement windows. You know what I'm saying? He was getting worse and worse coming by. And I was like, he's gonna try to come in because wasn't he jiggling your doorknob one time?
Now the screen door.
Yeah, trying to come in the wee hours of the morning.
yeah.
Just I'm like
Yeah, that's very nervous. That could make
yeah,
anybody nervous, and then a woman in particular, that's
and Kimberly, he didn't start doing this until her son moved out, and he
yeah.
knew she was there alone because he
Mhm.
never did it before, Kimberly.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they have him in a mental institution where he can get medication and be treated on a regular, and they just ain't got him somewhere for a 30-day hold or something like that, and then they release him back out into society. And that's one thing that I really don't like about the United States, especially after the Reagan era when they closed all the
Yeah,
mental health
exactly.
facilities because people are have issues and they're not being able to be treated unless you have a lot of money, and that's why you see so many bad behaviors going on and drug addictions and you know
Homelessness.
yeah, homelessness is because there's no place for them to go where they can get stabilized or be contained.
Mm-hmm.
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 So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I'm sorry to derail that story, but to that
That's
well,
okay. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's
So
fine.
you're gonna be here. What time is it on Sunday? Hood
7
table.
p.m. 7
East.
p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Central.
Okay, 9 p.m.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
That's the time it's going to be all the time. That's the time we've been sticking with
Yeah,
because being he's so much, ahead of me,
right.
9, we be going 2, 3 hours sometimes. That's, I got to wake up in the morning, go to work. So that's why we got it at 9 Central.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
well,
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm
I
looking
see.
forward to it.
Kimberly,
Yes, ma'am.
remember over when Ronnie Q had that competition?
Yes, ma'am.
And remember I beat the socks off of you?
I believe you did. I believe you did. But I won one of her competitions too, because I remember she sent me some money for
Yeah,
one of the things I won. But yeah, I do remember that. That's been a while back. That's when
that's
Ronnie
been a
he was
minute.
doing, beef sector content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the point is we've had fun doing games together, so
Oh,
it'll
absolutely.
it'll be fun again. And
Yes, it will.
I'm gonna subscribe to your community page too.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate
Sure.
that. Even though I ain't hit the live button, but yeah.
Okay. Are you are you are you planning to? Are you planning to?
But maybe when I retire and I can act a monkey.
Okay.
Oh, not a monkey. She about to go all out.
Yeah, well, but I can't. I have to be conservative right now because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
People do
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. I got it. I got it. And I'm gonna be right there in the chat.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
too funny.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
yeah.
She
So
gonna act a
anyway,
whole monkey.
yeah, I can show my ass too. You know what I mean?
Child. Don't you come on here showing your ass, girl.
No, I ain't gonna do that. I promise you. I'm not.
Wait, how about this guy when I left pizza? See, little bits and pieces are coming back. When I left pizzas to go over to Lemons, how about this dude named Cosmo, Kasmo? He was dragging Audio Pulp, the Lemon Audio Pulp, and this Cosmo guy was up there. He was dragging the mess out of Audio. And Audio was going back and forth with him, but I think Audio's microphone was low or something because
Mm,
you could really hear Cosmo and he was going in.
yeah.
And so Lemon said something and Cosmo started going after, said something to him. Why did Lemon say, Ninja, don't talk to me like that? When you came up here one day and you were butt naked sitting on the toilet and I had to drop you down real quick.
Oh,
No,
Like, what?
no.
Say what?
he
Hey,
ain't the only
Sassy
one.
Francis.
He's not the only one that did that because there's another content creator that recently did that. I peeped in over there and I seen him on the commode. He was on somebody's platform.
I think this might be the same
No,
one.
no,
No
no, no, no,
way.
no. This was ZX that did that.
Oh,
That
okay.
was ZX. He was on the commode, and I was like, "Why? Okay.
Naked
No,
on
no,
the.
he wasn't naked, but he was sitting on the commode,
Okay, no, this
and
dude was naked.
no,
And Lemon, because he was like, no, I didn't. Lemon was like, you were pissy drunk and you were on the toilet. And guess what this man said? What I don't know why you tripping. You didn't see my dick. You didn't.
Mm,
He kept saying the D word. He
Oh
said
my
that D word.
God.
Well, I don't know why you tripping. It's not like you saw my D. We were
wow,
like, what? I know I was shook. I was like, Lemon, you got to get these people off your panel. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta. Because Lemon said I had to shut down my live and restart another one because you were naked sitting on the daggone toilet. Girl, I was done.
wow.
Hmm.
There go the popos coming for somebody.
I
Girl,
know.
the popo's been blaring the whole time over there.
I know. You would think I lived in the hood, huh?
Mm,
Child.
I live by on a very busy like 8-lane street, and the entry to the freeway is really close.
oh,
And
okay.
there's a big mall that right down the street. So it's a
There's a
thing.
lot of traffic, right?
Yeah,
A
a
lot of
lot of
traffic.
traffic. So I'm sorry about that. So yeah. So anyway.
Well, I'm not gonna hold y'all on y'all commentary. I just came up to tell you that about the picture on the wall there, so you would know what the context was.
I'm gonna have to go look and see your cute dog. I love little dogs. Well,
Yeah,
I love all dogs. Let me quit. I love all dogs because I think T Danielle's dogs are beautiful.
yeah, she do. She has some real big, pretty dogs.
Yes.
Mm.
So anyway,
Did the hood table step away? She sounded like
No,
she
I'm
did.
here.
no,
Oh,
she
okay.
yeah, she just gets on mute sometimes.
Yeah, I be on mute, so
And
won't be
plus
no
her
feedback.
yeah, her son came over too. So
Oh, he in the basement playing video games.
oh okay.
My son could do a drop by real quick.
That's
Mm.
good.
Shoot, I
Mm.
told y'all the other day they came and dropped by. I'm at work. And I had my alarm system set, and I was getting camera ring notifications. Somebody in the front door, somebody in the house, somebody in the basement. I'm scrambling at work trying to go through all these cameras. It was like they was telling me somebody was literally walking through my house, down my stairs, and I'm trying to catch each camera. And then I see my son, the oldest one, in the basement. Then the youngest one, like a few minutes later, he at the front door with his key, and they was downstairs kicking it.
Mm.
I'm like, y'all can't tell me y'all about to come over? Like, warn me?
It sounds it sounds like your house has become the place where they congregate to get rid.
It is because they both work near me. They work like literally 5 minutes away from me.
Yeah,
And they work across the street from each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes they'll stop by here and kick it before they
That's
go to work.
what I was gonna ask you. Do they still have Brandeis there?
No.
I see the background of your background on your screen there. Oh, Brandeis is not there no more, huh?
No.
Oh,
No, I don't think Brandeis been there for. I mean, the building. The building is still there, but not the company.
store.
Right.
Right.
It's still called the Brandeis building.
Oh, okay.
And they got like apartments in there. They got other businesses in there. It's just Brandeis isn't here anymore.
Oh, okay. They let you know how long it's been since.
But yeah, they've been doing a whole lot to the downtown area, and trying to revamp it and make it nicer, and
That's good. That's good.
shit like that.
That's good. The city.
But they trying to do that through the hood too. Like the hood definitely ain't the hood. It's still the hood in certain areas, but in
Like
certain areas,
24th
a lot of
Street?
like 24th, 20th, 16th, 30th Street. They putting up all these fancy apartments and condos, and you know what I'm saying. It's trying to make it more rejuvenate. What do you call it? What do they call it?
They used to call it gentrification when they trying to get rid of all the black people in that area.
Yeah,
and make it all
That's
white.
what I'm trying to say.
Gentrification.
Like all the old school houses in the hood, like the ones that might have been worth 20,000, they now worth like 300,000 after remodeling.
Right.
Like they be gutting them houses, and you be like, okay, I understand this house might be worth 3, but the house next door is still worth 5.
Right, right.
It's still a house next door with cars in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
And you selling this house next door for 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it looks kind of weird sometimes driving through the hood.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But oh well, I mean, the city has to change, I guess.
Yeah, it does. It does. It
Yeah.
does. And that's not just happening in your city, it's happening all over the country, really.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of people can't afford to live in the hood anymore. That's the sad part about it. Like the rent skyrockets in the hood now. Like a 3-bedroom for 2,000 in the hood, like and the landlord ain't done shit with the house. In the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It's one bathroom, and you want almost 2,000. Like, shit like that. So yeah. That's why I moved. I wasn't giving that landlord no more money when I moved from my old house. Nope. You ain't doing shit to deserve to increase your rent.
Right.
Nope. But everybody can't do that. Everybody can't, go out on a limb or even step out on faith.
Yeah. And that's unfortunate because even, they always say, well, why black people, when they are able to purchase something, they don't never invest back into the community to what I'm saying, so that the community can stay juvenile with black people in the black culture, but we
Mm-hmm.
usually don't. We go to the suburbs or we
Yep.
out running behind white folks. That's what I be saying. We always run, and I'm included, you know what I mean? But, it makes it hard to stay somewhere when the area is going down and there's no uh,
Mm-hmm.
stores and, everything gets closed up, buildings get boarded up and not
Yeah,
being.
because ain't no more stores in the hood. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember. You remember Chubbs on
Yeah,
16th?
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
now ran by the the
Asians, Indians or
Asians, or
Asians,
the not the Asians but the other ones, the
Indians, the
Arabics or
Pakistan,
Arabics or whatever
Arabics,
they
right?
are.
Hmm.
Whatever they are. Yeah, they own like all the gas stations in the hood and everything.
Yeah, I believe it, and that's always curious to me. Like, how is it they can get loans and get grants and stuff to buy purchases properties, and in our community they own all the little stores, gas stations, corner stores, but the people in the community can't get that same opportunity.
Yep.
You know,
Yep,
it doesn't make
absolutely.
sense. It don't make sense. Why? How is it that they can do that and we can't?
Can I
Yep.
jump in here? And I saw this professor on YouTube. He's, and someone asked the same question for the most
Mm,
part. And he said, he studied it. I forget I can't remember what he was a professor of, but it was, pertaining to this for the most part. And he said that when they come over, other minorities,
mm-hmm,
they they look around and they see that the white people, the majority, the ones that run things, are the ones to suck up to and be close to,
mm,
and black people are down, left in the they just see that white people are the way to go, so they align themselves with white supremacy, and they down us, and that's why they get the loans and everything. And he said the reason why black people are always looked down on by other minorities and white people, especially white people, he said, is because we won't bend the knee. All the other minorities that are here and come here bend the knee to white people. And black people have fought back, fought back, fought back, fought back. And why it makes white people angry, because they don't want to see us with anything. They
mm,
burn it down, they tear it up, they try to stop, you know what I'm saying? They try
right.
to stop us from voting, getting jobs, doing everything. But he said it's because black people keep striving, they don't give up, they continue to make strides, and that means we don't bend the knee.
I'm not
Does that
surprised.
does that make sense?
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
does.
It sure does.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
It
yeah.
sure does. It
It
sure
makes
does.
sense to me when he said it. I was like, wow, that's deep.
Mm,
And it makes sense. Yeah. So let me shut
Mm-hmm.
up again.
No, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But
yeah.
child, let me get my butt on off of here. I need to get started on some orders.
Okay, well,
Okay.
drop me so I don't mess up your audio. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye,
All right, honey.
Kimberly.
See you
It was
tomorrow.
good talking to you, Kimberly.
Good speaking with you as well.
Yeah.
Yes, always, always. She's always welcome over here. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna
On
go ahead
Huskers.
and
Huh?
she said Cornhuskers.
Oh, please. Go Bucks. Buckeyes. Go Bucks. Okay.
you
That's that's
know,
that's my alma mater, I have to say.
football season will be approaching soon, but
Yes.
be
Go
easy,
Bucks.
Rig's friend. Every time I get in his chat, there go my favorite Cornhusker.
Oh,
I'm
is
like,
he
why
from
you
the
gotta tell everybody I'm a Cornhusker?
well, it's nothing. Buckeyes be kicking ass and taking names, so I don't have a problem talking about my alma mater. I went, I miss going to school. I like that little town. You know what I'm saying? But
hmm
it is what it is. But anyway, thank you so much for having me. I wonder did you get a good grasp on
Yes, I did, and I
everything that
appreciate you
happened?
for that because I was like, "Oh, what is going on up there? Why is Lemon still alive?" And then when I heard him kind of sounding like he was really sad and you was
Yeah.
apologizing, I was like, you know what? It was too early to contemplate, rewind, and all that, and try to see where things started. I was like, I'm about to take my
I
ass to
for
bed.
I forgot yeah, because I was like, if you're upset, I'm sorry, because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want him to cry, But anyway, thank you so much.
And thank you
Um,
for giving us the recap, of the
yeah,
situation. I appreciate
yeah.
that.
Is there anybody left in the chat? Did we
Yeah,
dry
there's
up?
still a few people left in here.
Okay.
Actually, people been coming and going. A lot of times when it's only, it might say a few numbers, watching, but people
Mm-hmm.
come and go. But almost 300, we got almost 300 views.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant 300 people. Okay.
Oh no,
All right.
girl, no.
Okay. I was getting to get nervous.
Girl, I ain't
Okay.
had 300 people in my chat in a long time.
Okay.
Like all at once in a long time.
Yeah, probably been a year or
It's
so.
been at least a year, probably a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
All
It's
right
been,
then.
yeah.
Well, go ahead and drop me, because
All
otherwise.
right, love.
Okay. Take care. I'll talk to you later.
No problem.
Okay. Bye bye.
Love you, babe. See you later.
Love you. Love you too.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna drop Cario. Okay. So again, you guys, thanks for joining us today. Please make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you happen to be new here. I'm gonna get my butt off here and work on some more orders. Some of y'all know I've been back to school is approaching, so I'm working on back to school stuff like this right here. You see like notebooks, crayons, color pencils, markers, glue, pencil packs. Right now in front of me, I have book bags and pencil boxes, and these are the things that people order, for back to school. Not something that people order like year round, because it's to buy school products, you can get them fairly cheap at like the dollar store, places like that. But to get them custom designed, it's more costly. So it's not something that people do all year round. But a lot of times for the beginning of the school year, just to get their kids excited and, get them some nice stuff and, just send them off to school in style or whatever. They get the new shoes, the new clothes, the new hairdo, the new school supplies, and sometimes they want their stuff custom made. Thank you, Sassy Francis. And I'll post the book bag when I'm done. I got one right next to me that I'm working on. But all this stuff on the screen is for Ace, and this is what I've been advertising. But I just got my first customer of the season. They hit me up while I was live, and they need 5 book bags and 5 school supply bundles for each of their grandkids. So that's gonna take me some time to do. But yeah. So, but thank you so very much. Just something I think it's kind of like an incentive, with kids, especially if it's their first day, first year, new school, just make them feel like, really special when it comes to school supplies. But anyway, enough of that. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night again, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. For Riggs and I, from the Block to the Hood Table, we'll be back at you. Season 3, baby. Customer appreciation. Supporter appreciation night. And again, we're going to be giving away all type of different merch and cash apps, and we're going to play games and trivia and all that kind of stuff. We're just going to have fun, shoot the shit, just kick it. Let's kick it. Thank you, Taylor. But yeah, so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow night. So I hope to see you guys here. And then of course the next Sunday I'll be back at Riggs. And then next Sunday after that, it'll be back over here. You know how we do, we flip-flop every Sunday. But other than that, you guys, if you want to donate to the platform, $ the Hood Table 402. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.